The Halloween honeymoon.
That one. That one will do it.
Yes.
Fantastic. So yeah, during your Halloween honeymoon-esque escapades, you basically were gathered together, ventured south to the Renval. In the southwest of Renval, you went to the gate of, well, the Demon Gate, investigated it, found it covered in weird, corrupt fluid.
Ah, we're back.
That
Came
was a
back to
weird
fluid.
moment to come back to.
Oh.
So what about these fluids, sorry?
So,
I heard corrupt
And should we
fluid.
really be saying this in public?
God damn it. Bringing it back! Stop. Nah. Bringing it back. Last time I left you guys, you had just headed to the southwest of Renval to the Demon Gate. You investigated it and found that it seems to be being actively pounded on by the other side, with Seether, the kind of weird, corrupt essence of demon magic flowing through. There was a pool growing at the basin around it that you had Eldea look into and clean for the most part. You noticed that the two guard towers appeared to be standing as normal, but didn't have any seemingly response to this, despite Eldea's quote that there was, in fact, only a matter of days at the point of you arriving before the Demon Gate would, in fact, open on its own due to the amount of Seether gathering around it. So you decided to leave, go to Stephenshire nearby, and in doing so, you learn of the weird Stephenshire culture. Met many a Stephen.
Cult. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's just a cult of Stevens.
It's not a cult. They have to be organised for
minutes.
that. So the entire group then realised exactly what time of year it was as Pumpkin Day quickly arrived and the Great Pumpkin King rose into the sky. The moon turned into a light shade of orange and crimson as you all began dressing up in a variety of costumes that you rushed to get, and embarked on a glorious, glorious Halloween event.
Yeah.
Now, last time we left, you were battling and beating the crap out of several shadow bats that had appeared.
Shit, we were, weren't we? I mean, yeah.
A new person that you met along the way who seems to be a little less than amicable for most of you.
I'm sorry, I'm going to be a pain. I've really got a dash to the hoop, but continue.
So, yes. For those of you who have it, could you please open up to the Roll20 board we're using?
Aye.
Roll20. Josh, you on there?
I was just grabbing up the thing.
I see. So, as the next kind of turn comes up, for a brief moment, you see a light glimmer and glint emanate from your new companion as they seemingly go incorporeal before vanishing completely. As they look a little confused, then irritated, there's but a brief mutter of "oh," and gone. As they appear to be gone.
Eldea's like, and everything is right again.
I want to argue, but I mean, you're out of
Unfortunately-
line, but you're right.
It's Semi-Brief's turn, and they're the only person who decided to head off for cakes and biscuits. So I suppose if anybody wants them, if you want a drink, go fetch it. If you want something to eat, go grab it. If you want to murder somebody, don't do it because we're kind of live at the moment. So yeah,
I'm just getting my turn all lined up.
all lined up. Okay. It's
just
bold of you
planning
to
out my
assume
turn.
that the bat's going to last that long, but okay.
All right, I've got my turn lined up. It's in General Nassering.
I'm not going to want to read this, am I?
Well, it's not a read situation so much as a watch.
I see.
Well, it very much depends on if Cerebreve actually finishes it off.
So while we're waiting, how are you?
Right? How about yous?
I might need to clean up the house a little bit.
Always the eternal thing. Also, as a matter of like, just thought experiment, how would you feel about a 4-person place?
How would I feel about a 4-person place? So, hear me out.
Yeah.
Does it have a dishwasher? Because that's all that really matters. Like, if you're living with one person, you're living with everyone. So long as I know they're not assholes, and so long as they're like cleaning up the place, I don't care. But on the same note, after what happened with Reese, I want to be 100% certain that whoever's there is at least knows the basics of not causing stupid shit to happen.
It's entirely reasonable. I mean, to be fair, themselves don't seem to be bad. They don't seem to be very bad, so...
Are you referencing the boys?
See. I trust that they wouldn't do the same thing that Reese did.
Well, yeah.
I'm back.
But, like, hear me out here. Is part of the reason you were looking for a new place, like the James thing, which has something to do with those guys?
Well, my reasons were a few of them. First of all, because I wanted to move in with you specifically for
Because
a while.
I'm the main homeboy.
But yeah, that was the other one. Although, Aaron is going to be conversing with some people, as I did actually say this to him literally today, about my main reasons for wanting to move. And he said that he has some things that he knows that he could do in order to actually address that.
Okay. So you talked to your friends about the stuff that it was a concern to you, and they addressed it because they're your friends and they're homeboys and they're all good people.
Well, Aaron's the only one I've actually spoken to completely so far. Because to be fair, like visiting 4 times a week, more than 8 hours a time, it's a bit ridiculous.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's a guy that visits my 2 housemates at least twice a week each, or 8+ hours, oftentimes being fairly loud late into the night.
Speaking of being loud and late in the evening,
But me and Aldea,
it is. Oh, sorry, Aura.
Hey.
At present, it is your turn.
Oh yeah, so there's a bat thing, isn't there?
Yes, and it is currently clinging onto you, trying to drain your life.
Oh yeah.
Would you like to stab the fuck out of it?
I would like to stab the fuck out of it. Yes. I have
Well,
my.
no
Then make
longer
your
have any
beautiful,
fucks to
beautiful
give.
rolls.
Come here. Gay dice. Oh, 20p. How random.
Whilst I ever so briefly look for the entire book of Halloween stuff. There it is.
Alright. I add
You add stuff to it.
where's it gone? Cutting currents. Oh, it just turned my damage is just water elemental. So I
Cool.
rolled to hit.
Yep.
Yeah? Sorry, it's been a while. And I'm rolling a d20 plus my
A d20 plus your agility, I think it is. What weapon are you using, if you don't mind me asking?
I have a
it
copper
doesn't matter.
blade.
D20 plus doubts.
D20 plus dex. Okay, and it's
Mhm.
that. Oh gosh, oh yeah, my thingy's up here. My dex is plus 10, isn't it? So
Yep.
19 altogether.
Yep, that most certainly hits.
And I've got, right, so my weapon dice is 2d3. I don't own d3.
Uh,
Let's see if it'll let me roll it on here. 2d3. Yeah, it did. Oh, max damage.
nice. You chunk him for solid 6.
6 water damage. It says slashing effect 1d3. Do I add another d3 to that?
Yes, it does not have any armor, so roll 1d3 and add it onto the damage.
But an extra 1.
Every little helps.
What does
Oh
sundering
god, he's shilling for
DC
Tesco.
mean?
Sundering generally is only referring to breaking weapons or armor.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Cool.
So the creature looks a little bit wounded. There's like this weird black misty essence that's coming off it as it flaps a little weaker, releasing semi-breathe from its grasp. As we go over to Eldea.
Yeah, straight.
You are muted.
Potato.
So, yes, I would also like to point out it's now soggy, so it's probably grumpy. But I also have to waste time while I find my phew. My outfit stats. Oh, I was doing the singy sing thing, weren't I, to heal people and junk.
Yes, you do in fact have that. As you can use that if you wish.
Yeah. Yeah, I was currently doing it. Does anybody still need it? That's the big question.
Yes, I am damaged.
Yes, but are you in fact Asteran?
You sing in my ears,
I suppose Eldea will take a break from her
I'm a sad water boy.
discussions with with Asteran, and the sad water boy has sprouted a leak. So yes, she will do the singy songs at. Which level did I do it at? Oh, that one.
Song, singy, singy, singy song.
It's a singing a song. If you don't like it, you can't sing along. But sing your song. Heal your stuff.
Right, now how do I roll dice on here?
/ R.
Sing song, singy song,
Space.
sing
And
along.
clicking.
XDY.
XD. Raw XD.
This is why I
Wait a
can't
minute.
invite you anywhere, man.
No, I've lost it. No, I found it again.
Sounds like Blake.
Wait a minute.
You get 3 back, little water fluff.
Oh.
In this instance, waterboarding is helping.
So we go back to bat.
I'm back in bed.
Who's going to look to Asteran just to his other side and try and attack.
I'm back in bed.
So that's
No.
okay. You need to beat a grapple check of 26, my friend.
Grapple check of 26. Well, I think I'm going to try and disengage from that particular one. So let's see. If I am a natural pity of 20, that will make my. I might have to go grab the stats of this thing again because I haven't been able to find them yet. Go to our thing and type costume.
Intense.
And there it is. Right, so that's plus 5 to dex, plus that's 15, I suppose. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum.
A total of a 16.
That's a lot of stuff.
Pardon me.
Right. So, a total of 16 is not enough. He's grappled onto you and he starts to bite down to try and heal you.
Try and heal me, you say?
He's going to bite down to try and heal off you, yeah.
Hang, they're healed. Wait, what?
That's
Didn't
how
expect that, did
Althea
you?
does it.
That's the same.
Does the 19 beat your AC?
No.
He lives! As he tries to bite you, you just kind of keep flapping away, like slapping him off. As it's your turn.
Well, I would suppose. I mean, yeah. Clarification, do I have my equipment? I'm guessing I don't have my sword, do I?
Yeah, you have your equipment.
Oh, okay. In which case, I'm going to kind of, from upwards, stare. I can't remember if there's a caveat to say you can't use weapons that aren't daggers in a grapple.
I think that's a D&D thing. I don't think that's a you guys thing. I don't think that's an ATF thing.
Okay, in which case, I am simply going to be stabbing it from below with my big sword.
Does grappling give you advantage or anything?
29 to hit. I don't know.
I
forget
don't
what
think you need
condition
to.
does.
The 29 to hit.
Oh, it wasn't the other creature I was thinking of. So that's a plus 29, was that, Josh?
See. Let me see if I can quickly find what the grapple condition does.
I can go look that up while you check the hit thing. The DC is 19, which I think you more than firmly met.
Seem to find grapple anywhere. It's not. I
It'd
can't.
be-
I just searched. Oh, the main handbook is still loading. That's.
It's a big book.
It
Oh
is a
shit!
very-
I'm sorry, guys. I just realised I didn't post your XP from last time. I truly am
an
Captain
arsehole
Sex
you are.
Bastard.
Grapples. You may not move unless your grappler moves you. Any abilities that would move your character cannot be used. You may not attack or use a consumable. It's slightly better than in G&D.
Yes, so you don't get to make an attack. You get to suck fucking eggs, or you can try and get out of it first.
Yes, I believe that's what you have to do. Well, we'll use that D20 roll as my athletics. It has to be at this point.
Okay.
Which is that is a total of about 24. No,
Okay.
29.
29. It got a 22. So you do successfully escape its grapple.
I
Funnily
believe that
enough,
takes
funny
my
bat
action.
thing. Not great at holding on.
Yeah, well,
Well, that being said, he is still alive, which is more than can be said for his companion. So perhaps he's a little bit better at holding on.
it's difficult to hold on when you're getting shaken around. Now, I believe that's everything I can do. I don't have very much that can be done on a bonus action. I might well actually activate Impact Focus,
Okay.
just to get myself a little bit more to hit.
As we go back to Semi.
I have a fun plan, and so with the outfit I've got, a lot of this seems to be quite free for me.
Well,
I've
you
got
are water, literally.
cool. I'm just going to engulf the bat and like up to the neck of Astaran, and I'll just drown the bat.
It's not
Just
attached to
literally go-
Astaran, so you can just cover it completely.
Yeah, that fair.
Cool. Are you going to use water manipulation for this or anything else, or?
Well, myself and water manipulation,
Okay.
as I am water.
I'll just surround you in me.
Cuddles.
I'm going to say make a grapple check. And for each 2 points of mana you spend, you can increase the basically the die roll you get by +1.
Okay.
And
So
you can, so
Is
I will also stipulate it'll take a set amount of damage each turn, so long as you keep it grappled when drowning it effectively actively. If you want to spend more mana to pour more water into its mouth, you can make it drown faster.
so basically, are you going to give it a cuddle, a squish, an embrace?
What would 20 mana get me?
So 20 mana can get you either a +10, or you can take it as a +5 and an additional 5 points of damage, or you can take it as basically any denomination. Every 2 gives you +1 to your roll to keep it grappled, and every 1 is basically a 1-for-1 damage. So you can either take it as a flat roll and +20 damage if you want, but
Different options to take it.
yeah.
I'll do the split.
Cool. 10-10?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Uh,
So
Kindred spirits,
Oh.
you and I.
So +5. So make your grapple check with a +5. So I believe
Okay.
grappling is your athletics versus their either athletics or acrobatics.
Ooh.
Well,
not that good.
everything's just +10 regardless for
Yeah.
us, isn't it? So I
Well,
rolled an 18.
Yep.
My +10 +5.
Okay.
ATF in rock. Why is it not
33.
giving that? There we are.
So your DC is 13 that you have to beat.
Do it.
I rolled.
It got 33.
I got 33. I rolled an 18.
It's quite firmly in the area of water as you basically clamber
In
over
my
it.
belly.
And you put the other 5 into damage, so I want you to roll me a D8, please.
8.
No, you roll a D8.
8.
So 8 plus 5. So that's
13.
13. I can maths. I can't, but I can pretend. Right.
What if I say you're not that young?
So it sat there drowning. You can see little bubbles coming out of its mouth as more water forces itself in. It's kind of like
It's
air is
watery
gushing
hands on my
out.
hips.
So yeah, Altair, your turn.
Seeing this, I will sit back, get my teacup out, and have a little drink. It's drowning. What the fuck is there to do now?
Job's done.
It's it's drowning. Now time for me to recreationally drown.
Yeah.
So with semi basically engulfing it in its body, it's going to try to like drink semi. Now
Where you come from?
you're not in a
require permission
solid
to do that.
state anymore, so it's definitely going to take damage from this, but it's going to try and hurt you while it's doing so,
Okay.
which is going to be fun.
This is not weird at all.
So what's your AC, your PD? It's 15 at the moment. Okay,
Yes.
so it's got 24.
I have a fluid body. If it's, I take 50% from slashing and piercing, but I take 200% from blunt.
Okay, this is piercing, so you take 50% of this, and it's going to deal. I'm just checking here. Okay, cool. It deals 38 damage to you halved, and
38
offs
halved
itself in the
is-
process by drowning. As this like creature is flailing inside you, its incisors kind of like desperately try and find any purchase on this entirely aquatic body. As it seems to find some part that has some firmness to it, it desperately tries to drain, but because it's just as gelatinous and liquid as you can, it just fills its lungs with water, gasps the air that doesn't exist, and find its body failing as it just into a puff of smoke. As some sweets fall down at the body where it once was as well.
I will eject the sweets from my watery form.
My little water board, my little water board. What was the Geneva Convention all about? My little water board.
You know what? I've just had the worst idea, Kit. Aldea
Yeah.
can swim in semi-breathe right now.
Sorry,
Oh,
that's
God.
amazing. I love it.
This is beautiful. Okay.
Highly disturbing.
Moving swiftly over. Did I give you the sweets for the others for this? I don't believe I have.
I've got my sweeties noted down.
Right, but you just killed 3 shadow bats, so that's 15 candies.
I don't
Aye.
believe that
Since
you've
there's
said
only
those
3 of
words.
you here, I suggest all 3 of you roll 1d10. So you need to each roll 5d10, sorry, for what you get. And I will post the sweetie types and their effects for you.
They can.
I'm sorry. I was trying to look for where we put our XP in because I can't find the thing.
You did say 1d10, by the way, didn't you?
Yes.
Cool. And you put XP into a tab called EXP log.
Okay. There's other EXPs like been added to the sheet, but wasn't put in the log, which that's why it's confused me.
Ah, I see.
Because I think you added it. So I'm just doing that before I forget anything.
Oh wait, no. Oh fuck, no, don't mind that XP.
Huh?
Wait, no, wait, what's that?
Crimes could be my little
No, yeah,
board.
this is old. The XP I just
Should I
sent
ignore
you.
that?
Yeah, because I believe I sent everybody personal stuff so that it didn't get messed up with other people's stuff.
I don't remember if you did. If you did, then I haven't had any because I'm only on 60.
Really?
If I remember correctly, I was not okay towards the end of that game, like the last time we actually played.
Right. Okay. Well, that wasn't for that time. That was for the time before, which is why I said it was not valid.
Oh no, I got a sour candy.
Oh no.
Right. So, how many times are we rolling? Sorry.
5 times, so 5d10.
It did slightly too few.
Okay. Hang on. I'm just going to do it with the dice in front of me.
I got 2 sour
So-
candies.
Okay. I've got.
No.
Why are you upset about sour candies? For your build, that's great.
I wasn't looking at the effects. I was just, thinking about the thematics of the sour candy.
I love sour candies.
They are in fact the superior candy. Child face.
I like to have a not smooth as silk tongue, gotten rid of all my taste buds. Thank you.
You're eating them wrong if that's how you're doing it. You're not supposed to eat it with sandpaper and glass.
Learn that pain is a flavor. Embrace
Well,
it.
you know what? It doesn't include that instruction on the wrapper, okay?
Oh, baby.
I think I've now got at least one of everything.
You are one with everything.
The only ones I haven't gotten are 6, 8, and 9.
I haven't got 2, 3. Ow.
Swiss sherbet candy
9.
is freaking
got-
insane.
I've got sour, hard-boiled, Swiss sherbet, heart-shaped cotton, bubblegum, pop rock, and rock.
Pop rock.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm missing 2. Pop rock? Am I misreading? Yeah, pop rock candy. It's number 3.
Eats
I
a
don't-
mountainside full of cotton
The bat
candy.
or the slime.
Right.
It allows you to assume any racial trait.
Am I going to have to come over there and slap a bitch? Because I will.
Marcus, bedtime. Bedtime.
So, yes. Your thing fades as you see the other creatures kind of return. The people continue moving about their day as normal.
Oh.
You seem to be getting quite the bounty of different treats.
We have. 1 second. Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, is there one left? Thank God you can have one before bed. Sorry, apparently I lied to my child about Nebekin, and that's a sin.
Oh no. How could you?
So,
Right.
I don't remember if there was any bigger challenge that we had to face. Because I
No.
Sorry?
imagine we'd want to go towards that, or it's just meander around and tap the button at anyone that we come across.
I mean,
did we,
you could
did
go
we
over
give
some of the
candy
people who've
to
been
the
to
spider person that was next to us?
I don't think we've dealt with the spider person. That was from the upset dragon.
Uh,
Yeah. Wyvern, because dragons don't exist. They're fairy tales.
Except from the uppity ones that seem to come from elsewhere. So yes. Is there anything else you wish to do, partake in, or like are you just basically going to go around for the rest of the evening, occasionally batting on people's doors for things?
pretty much, I think.
Fantastic.
I'm good to keep on doing the pattern of give us your candy.
For the sake of keeping things
Pick up.
short, there's a few kind of people you go to, a few doors, and as you go by, for the most part, you're in Stephenshire. A few startled people or a few people trying to pull your leg will certainly get you, but for the most part, it's quiet. You can roll on that table. I'd say roll a d20 each.
All D20 each.
A d20 each,
Got
yeah.
16.
Ah, that's how many times we can do it. So
Exactly. And we'll have that wrap up the Halloween
watch
event
me roll a
in
one.
December. Wait, no, it's still November. Technically, it's fine.
I rolled 16. What does it mean?
So you can, the sweet table I've given you. You can roll on
Yeah.
that 16 more times for the sweets you got whilst going about trick or treating.
Huzzah! I've gotten almost everything.
be
I
some
didn't get a
time.
9.
3.
Of course, once you've gotten everything, if you wish, you can start discussing sweet negotiations.
Sweet
I typically only do
negotiation.
those pillow side. It's the kind of sweet you pop in your mouth. Yep. God dang it. Yeah, I managed to get everything but 9. I didn't get any slime candy because I guess I'm based or something.
Nah, slime candy's the best candy.
What am I going to do about those rassle traits?
That's all.
If anyone's seen South Park, the episode where they're doing the wrestling WWE thing, the fucking wrestler like instructor goes, "That's not real wrestling." It just reminds me of that.
I'm gonna be some time.
How many candies did you get, Eldair?
16. Oh, sorry.
11.
Semi-brief. Well, to be fair, I think that's about right. To be honest, semi-brief gets loads. Eldair gets a fair amount, and then Astradan's like, it's whatever.
And then negotiations sit around.
I don't negotiate with sweet terrorists.
What if they have a sweet hostage?
It's their sweet problem, innit? It's their ass on the line, not mine. Those are my sweets.
And what if they're sour?
Well, they definitely don't get my sweets then, do they? It's not fair trade. Salted.
Again, also surprised you're not down with the sour sweets.
I love sour
Yeah,
sweets.
Down with the sour sweets. Get up.
Well,
and get
Josh
down
certainly
with the
isn't
sour
all that.
sweets.
Josh certainly isn't all that infused with the prospect of a sour candy, but it's certainly got an okay effect.
I've got so many Swift.
Aldair, would you like some of my rock candy?
I mean, she's not going to say no, but let's see what that actually does.
I would like rock candy.
Oh, yeah, I might need that.
I'm sorry, Aldair wants the rock candy.
Well, hey.
So yes.
4 rolls.
I mean,
Oh,
certainly, the squishies are going to need some of that rock candy.
I
Hang on,
mean,
Marcus.
rock candy is pretty dope.
It is, but I have the biggest bonus of all. I live on Asteran. I have all of that natural PD to get through first.
Unless they target you. In
I
which case, it's
definitely need to
all
get
over.
directly.
Shit.
Okay. I have
It is.
rolled everything.
Fantastic.
Hi, sweetie.
So yes, the evening rolls over. The event ends. And the box you once had becomes a small counter with a hole at the top. It appears to have a number of 20 on it.
I'm going to guess that's put 20 candies in here and you get a thing.
You're pretty sure? It's how it worked last year and the year prior, and so on and so forth.
No, I want you to do all 2000 and the year prior, and the year prior, and the year prior.
Well, it happened from a certain point, but yeah, pretty much.
Well, I have 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I have 18 candies.
I can't count.
16
That sounds like a
plus
separate
some.
problem.
Semi-brief is like a fucking out of
Semi-brief's like-
body experience that I can't count.
3 sour, 2 hard boiled, 6 swift, 1 heart shaped, 3 cotton candy, 4 bubble gum, 2 pop rock, 3 rock, 2 bat, and 4 slime.
29.
I knew it. Aldea is sweeter than me.
Do we know what they do?
Generally,
Yes.
If you deposit sweets, you'll get some kind of prize from it. The prizes tend to be varied, much like the sweets. They have a variety of different effects. Sweets can be consumed, but the thing you trade the sweets in for aren't consumable, but generally tend to have a lesser effect.
They're better off keeping hold of the sweets.
If you believe the sweets are valuable, yes.
Hey, Asteran,
Yes.
would you like my sour sweeties?
If you do not want them, I will take them.
Would you be willing to trade them?
What is it that
for-
you seek?
Give me a second. Gotta find the thing now. There it is.
Just
Uh,
for a bit of clarification, I think I'm going to be intending to trade in everything that I have to get something from this chest.
Oh,
I will also likely be requesting that I could perhaps have a candy from the both of you to make up this 20.
Sure. Here. Do you know what? Have 2 swifts.
2 Swifts. I mean, to be fair, the
And-
Swifts are very good.
And have a sour. You can have that for free.
And a sour. Thank you very much. What would you like in return for the sour?
Have it for free.
Thank
I
you
don't know
very
why I'm
much.
talking like that. That's really weird. That's not how I talk.
Aldea will just turn to Asteran and dump a load into his hands, keeping one of her sweets back for herself, but giving him the rest.
You do not need to give me one.
No, I didn't. Anyway, goes back to sipping tea.
I pass a heart-shaped lollipop to Aldea and go, "Happy Pumpkin Day."
Oh, happy pumpkin day. I've only got bat cake candy left.
No, that's a present.
She just eats it straight away.
Fair. Get a plus 10 at max HP for the next 24 hours.
Yeah.
Right, so
So where do we trade these if we want to trade them?
holy hell, you got a lot of Swift sherbet candies.
I know, right? Like, seriously. And what's the other one I got loads of? I got 5 of one of the other cotton candies as well.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, I'll just send it to Josh so he knows what I've handed over.
Right, so as far as the 20 goes,
Like,
actually, a quick little group consensus. The ones that we want to keep are the Swift sherbets, because they give you another action, which is holy my goodness. And you wanted to keep the rock ones as well, didn't you? Well, that's only 5 PD. It's not massive.
I'm keeping the bat one.
What do you mean that's only that's a lot?
Oh, that's right. You don't have like bajillion of health.
Stairs. To be honest, I quite like the candies as they are. Like that's pretty.
They are all pretty good. I'm just trying to work out which ones that we like the best.
I quite like the slime.
I hear there are places where you can get more of that. Now,
What are these places? I need to know for
you know,
friends.
in the internet mostly. I'm probably going to trade in all of the hard-boiled pop rocks.
What is UDR?
Universal,
Universal
damage,
damage
resistance.
reduction.
Yeah.
Ah,
So damage from any source. You apply UDR before you apply anything else
wait, you're
that's
getting
relevant.
rid of pop rocks?
I love this discussion. Just I'm imagining in character, just semi-brief turning around to us, friend. You're getting rid of pop rocks?
But this, for someone like you, that's really good, isn't it?
Perhaps, although I have to make up 20, and I have to make it up somewhere.
I mean,
Lollipop.
what? So
Two.
the 20,
lollipop,
you get an item,
two.
do you?
Yes, 20. Right, you've got 5 of them there.
I need to
So
learn
I'm
how to
also now
count
just
quickly.
to
Right,
Good.
1,
heart-shaped
3,
one from there.
6, 10,
Uh,
5.
my goodness, Nessa, why couldn't you have ordered these 1 to 10?
Because I
One.
don't like making my own life easy. Why would I make anyone else's life easy?
Yes,
An
sir.
That's
agent
how
of
it was in my
chaos.
downtime. So yes, my love.
Can I get you to count quickly for me? By
I'll try
say
counting
numbers at you.
quickly. Yeah.
1, 2,
Yeah.
4,
3,
3,
7,
4,
10,
2, 3,
14,
2,
16,
4.
19, 21, 25.
I'm gonna just keep my candy. I like candy.
Have any of those?
Just gonna put
7
what
is
they
sour
do.
candies, which you have 2 of. 8 is the back cupcakes, which
I didn't give
you
you any of.
kept.
Yeah, because it's cool.
She may like me, but she doesn't like me that much.
I gave you like every other candy I've got. But I want the bat because I want to be able to summon some of the shit we fought before.
That's absolutely fine. I think I've got another back cupcake you can have as well.
But make sure you get your Prezi first.
Do you need more to make up 20?
Not necessarily. I'm just summarizing which ones that I don't think we want, and then I'm placing what she's given me and what I've got alongside each other, and then I'm basically going to be ordering it from my own stock and then dipping into the 1 or 2 that I might need to take from out there. Right.
Aw.
So, Swiss sherbets we are keeping because those are they're gaming. Hard-boiled candies is 2 UDR. It's all right, but it's not massive. So that's 3 from there. Pop rock candies, they're okay, but I've only got 1 of them, so I might as well just get rid of it. 4. Heart-shaped lollipop candies. The only reason I'd want that is the style on Aldea. Don't mean to put it in such a way, but that's 3, that's 4, that's 6. Bubblegum. That's
You'll
8.
Nessa, you get 2 back candies put in your hand. I think you'll be better with these than I am.
12. fact, let's just start. Yes, that's 6, 7. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Right. Blake, I am submitting 6 pop, not 6 pop, but 6 hard boileds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm submitting pop rock candy.
Yep.
I'm submitting 3 heart shaped.
Mm-hmm.
I'm submitting 6 bubblegum.
Yep.
I'm submitting. Did anyone actually want this? I'll submit 3 sours. So that's 9, 10. I need 1 more.
You want more?
No, I don't need. I just for my own reference.
If anybody has any more slime, I'd like slime.
I don't, but Aldea did. That will go to Aldea. That's going to go to Aldea. I've already submitted that. Keeping those. Yeah, just give me one of those. Right. So that is 6 hard boileds, 1 pop rock, 3 heart shaped, 6 rock. Not 6 rock candies. 6 bubblegum candies. 3 sour candies and a cotton candy.
Had a partridge in a pear tree.
And I am just going to give almost all of the rest of my candies to Aldea. Seven doors are leaping.
9 sour suckings.
My goodness.
8 rocks of crunchy.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to roll me a D100, please.
Okie dokie spooky. 94.
Okay, so I don't need to type out what happens if you get ghost poop. Sweet.
Ghost
You-
boots or ghost booze?
Ghost poop.
Ghost poop?
More
Yes, ghost poop was an
booze.
option if you got like below like 10.
Okay.
So I'm gonna post it to you. This is the fun thing you get. I forgot you posted that. Cool.
The good thing that your screen wasn't being broadcast.
I know, right? I accidentally opened that at work.
Dare I even?
No,
wanna know.
no, just
You probably
gratuitous
don't want
stuff.
to know.
Josh, send it to me.
No.
Let's just say it's a fairly specific, legal but specific taste.
That just makes me more curious.
Okay, now you
Yeah,
can
I
make
was
it
gonna say,
sound
Please
weird.
definitely send it to me.
Kit, send it to me when they send it to you.
Look how red Josh has gone.
Oh, this
This
is
is
perfect.
adorable.
What was that?
Look
Attack
how
roll
red
is 1,
Josh
2, or
has gone.
3. The damage is considered a hit. When an attack roll is 1, 2,
He's
or
ignoring us
3,
now.
the damage is considered a hit.
I can't see Josh's. Josh, could you turn
It's
off your
got
camera and turn it
bright
back on for me
reds.
briefly?
How have I gone bright red? What are you talking about?
Uh-huh.
I always look like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, there we
When
are.
an
Sweet.
attack roll is
Done.
made, when an attack roll is 1, 2, or 3, the damage is considered a hit regardless of PD.
Basically,
because
when you
still-
roll to hit, if the roll on the dice was 1, 2, or 3, you hit.
Why is damage being
Nice.
mentioned?
Because I fucked up as usual.
No, dyslexia.
That was really throwing
happened.
me through a loop. It's like, when an attack roll is 1, 2, or 3, okay, to hit, the damage is
There you go.
considered it.
Fixed it.
Okay.
Okay.
Please tell me it's like anime style bat wings that sit in your hair.
No, bat wings were an option. He didn't get that.
That would have been so cute.
I mean, if you still have 20 to make up, you could always go for it.
Yeah, don't. I'm tempted, but I also like. I want to eat slime and gain like random traits. Because I will just look at them and pick them randomly.
I will say this: there is exactly 2 items that do provide the means of getting candies,
Oh, hi, small.
but they're not guaranteed.
It's fine. I'm happy
Right.
with my candies.
Cool.
That's
I have
now
a small
that.
ginger.
That
Sup, small ginger?
is that. That's that.
Mm.
That's that. That's that. That is that.
Pop your leg up.
That is that. And
The other leg.
that is that.
But yeah.
Just put these
Mm.
next to here for
Tired.
your ease.
Got a sleepy boy. You gonna wave,
No.
Marcus? Nessa's looking at you. Sweetheart.
These will tuck it out.
Oh, sweetie. I'll be just a sec, okay?
Sure.
But there we go.
You all sorted?
Yes, I'm just telling up what we had left. Right, Eldir, what would you like out of that?
Okay, so yeah, you lay it out sensibly. Why don't you? She would just pick out the back cupcake candy, put it in a bag.
Do
Close
you not
his
also
hand.
want the rock candy?
I don't know. Do I?
Gives you the defenses.
Gesture
Also,
at self.
yeah, 5 PD.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I'll take one of the rock, please. Thank you. But
No,
yeah,
no,
other than that, just
Oh, cool. In which case, that's what we have left. Or what I have left.
Mm-hmm.
If you want anything, you know, just to ask. Right, I have sorted out my items.
Wunderbar. So, what would you guys like to do now?
So
Burn the
it's
town.
it's the day after, is it?
It's the evening of, evening after. As midnight has swung around, it's like the early hours of the morning, like 1, 2 o'clock-ish.
How's Eldia doing? Does she look tired, or does she look like she's getting into her element?
Oh, it's nighttime. She's super light happy. She's gone full nighttime fish mode.
Nighttime fish mode.
Yeah, well, currently we're still wearing the costumes, right? So
I see. At this point, it would have kind of dropped down
Ah,
as soon as it rolled over beyond 12 o'clock.
I suppose that's a bit easier on Asteran though, because now he doesn't have to like carry a giant fish around.
Although it does squiff our plans we were making this evening. Now,
I know, doesn't it?
Oh my. Note to self. It's Cinderella rules.
right. So,
Of course, you stop.
I suppose as I will be, I think I'll be going to bed. Going to bed very shortly. Very shortly. I might stay up a little bit longer just to kind of converse with Elder in a kind of nothing specific kind of sense. Mostly just a
Stop.
Non-specific kind
small
of
talk,
sense.
small talky kind of stuff. Really,
Okay.
Chat and shit.
it's the kind of stuff that couples don't like just normal other people to hear. Should we
I
say?
see.
Ah.
So you two go off and do fun stuff and have a little evening chat.
Aye.
And what will you be doing there, Kit? As you return back?
Swear to Christ, if you say eavesdrop on them,
Oh, that's all right. We can sort that out. I've got bat candies.
Did I miss anything, or did you pause?
It's basically more early morning. You've basically
Oh,
cleared up
back to
everything
normal.
you need to clear. Yeah, back to normal. And those two have gone off to do coupley shit.
Ugh.
Ugh,
Holy shit.
indeed.
Yeah, we're gonna like hold hands and talk about, you know, who's
Life
on our
and
shit
stuff.
list. And yeah, life and stuff. Definitely life and stuff. That's what we talk about.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now I've got to find. I've moved pictures around.
Oh.
You know, you move pictures around and OBS is like, where's it gone?
Where's the pictures? So yeah,
I don't know where the pictures are.
I'm scared. I don't know where the pictures are.
Pictures.
Satan.
Yes.
Well
You
done.
called?
Wow, many of you these days.
Yeah.
At least one of us
Outsourcing.
is lying.
Or we like
Mm.
split up into multiple people, like some kind of weird, like split
You heard it
personality
here
thing.
first, folks. Satan divides by mitosis.
Well,
I'm
nobody
okay
else
with
is going to tap that.
I don't know. Have you seen the hot Satan statues? Because I would tap that. It's only my immortal soul, but hee haw.
Right, moving swiftly on.
He may be in hell, but I'm about to see heaven. Anyway,
So, semi-brief, are you doing anything in
That.
the evening or just going to bed?
No, she will be doing something. She will be as like a last little thing.
Mm.
In the evening would still be in like our fancy costumes still, yeah?
Yeah, so they've no longer in the forms. The forms dropped, but you still have the costume, of course.
That's okay, fancy costume is still cool.
Mhm.
I want to do a impromptu performance for everybody because they've all been lovely in Stephenshire.
Thank you,
Stephenshire.
Stephenshire. You've been lovely.
So I'm going to do like a little impromptu outside, like just a little little mini concert for them, like just 2 or 3 songs.
Sure.
Just like as normal performance roles.
Exactly that.
First, I rolled a 37 altogether.
You get some applause. Some people offer you drinks as you perform.
Definitely take drinks. Basically, I'm just going to spend like that evening taking requests and partying it up with the Stevens.
Sure. A few of them get very, very drunk next to you and join in. They might not exactly be the kind of backing singers you'd hoped for, but they certainly give it their all.
It's definitely not a formal style. So it's more like, in fact, actually, it'd be more Aura who'd be performing.
Yeah, so it's a more kind of like bar
Bar,
songs
yeah.
and like, yeah, absolutely. So it's like a. Ooh, I dropped out there for a second. So yeah, it feels normal.
But when they return, they will come back as semi-brief.
By the time you get back, it's like 3 a.m.
And will very, in that case, they are probably quite drunk.
Yep.
And will pass out as Aura.
Sure, you open Stephen's house. There's no lock on it. You just waltz in, go up into the room that you were given, and pass out on the bed.
They find a comfy place, whether that is Astaran or like a bed.
I think you had your own room.
I think we shared a room.
Fair.
That might not be the wisest decision, Chief.
You walk in. You go to bed. Stuff could have been happening. You're not conscious enough to see it.
Yeah, as Aura drunk, like she does not know what's happening.
The port was flying. You're pretty sure somebody handed you straight whiskey at some point. Somebody else handed you wine. There was a bunch of other stuff going on.
It's been mixed. Oh god,
Yeah.
she's gonna have a hangover in the morning.
Yeah, it's been hard. So the morning comes around. It's about. I'm gonna go ahead and assume, given how late you guys are up and how drunk some of you are, it's at very least 3 p.m. before you awaken.
Oh, I'm gonna roll my vitality to see how hungover I am.
And Aldea will be up whenever Astaran's up, because she'll just sleep on his lap. Dirty bastards. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh god. Right.
Yes, reasons.
There is the sound of pain as I rolled a 1.
You just hear groans of agony from the bedside next to yours. As Semi-Brief awakens to...
Possibly we'd be awake before Semi-Brief.
Yes.
Wait, no. Where's she gone?
They were just pain
What can I say?
groaning.
The morning is growing on me.
Oh, did you
Every time
roll?
you say this, it doesn't make it any like better.
Vitality. 1d20 plus 5. Let's go. 19 is my total.
Yeah, you're doing okay. Despite a very busy evening, you've managed to get through all right.
Unlike someone else.
You're used to working late into the evening and being put through hard labor, so yeah.
What did you roll, Aldea?
Oh, I've got to add mine up. Oh shit, I forgot how confusing this is. Apparently there's demons in my head though, so that'll help me wake up quicker, right?
Generally speaking, no.
They come out every time I open my mouth. Ah!
5.
Oh, you're sneezing. I was wondering what the noise was. It's Marcus sneezing.
The only person who's been worse than you is the groaning mound of agony next to you, but...
Yeah, but it's morning. I hate mornings.
You are exhausted, tired, lethargic, and a little worn.
I'll just have to snuggle onto my Astaran pillow.
Yeah, you just kind of cover yourself and refuse to awaken.
I shall use your hair as a duvet.
No, I don't
Well, no,
want
I'm
to
just
get
gonna...
up, Mom.
Why? Why?
Can't be. Oh, there's a bucket. Semi-brief will disappear into the bathroom quite quickly. Oh God, why is it green?
Stop drinking all those apple ciders.
For some
All
reason,
the apples were red.
no, for some reason, someone had Midori.
Oh my. But yeah, you not feeling too great.
Whatever prep is needed to face the morning, I can imagine that Astaran would have
That was a
taken
really,
Aldea.
like,
Well, no, it just a message came in. I he would have taken them to go prepare themselves for the morning and to face company, especially when he, in the middle of the night, saw Semi-brief come in. That would have been a moment.
Just a 5-second poker face moment. Sammy Reeves lies next to you, falls immediately asleep. Okay. So yeah, you go clean up and get ready for the day ahead. Yeah, that's easy enough. There's a wash basin. Semi-brief equally. Once you're like mid-wash, bursts in, starts throwing up in the toilet. Yes.
what could wait?
This thing seems to be becoming a little bit of a theme, but you otherwise continue, and you're done before Semi-brief so much as lifts their head from the bowl.
Just like after a second, you just like next to the bowl, you look down and there's just Semi-brief like hugging the bowl.
Is she dead?
I think that she maybe was suffering from a withdrawal of both vitality, water, and likely the effects of the alcohol leaving her system,
I see.
or there, rather.
Noisy.
She'll raise her voice.
Why
Is
so
it noisy?
Just
He kind of like glances out there and says, "I think that's the loudest I've ever heard." Wait, no. Anyway,
What's bacon in my pocket? That might help. That has salt and protein. Doesn't have water. Like the Garvin juice we made.
yes. Did I study the thing that would have helped you in this moment? Apparently not. Never mind.
That magic.
I'll be watching all of this, like sat on Astaran's shoulder. Brings out her tea. Oh, my tea got cold.
He his finger kind of like almost slothfully glows, touches the underside of her teacup, and it just kind of gently starts steaming.
All is
as
right
on
in the
cue,
world.
just and after about like 10 minutes of just emptying her stomach, like their stomach, they're gonna get up and just go, "Yeah, that happened.
Did somebody
Oh
poison you?
gosh,
Do I have to poison them back?
I poisoned myself with alcohol."
I could poison you. I think that would be counterproductive, though.
Typically, when someone is off of a night of drinking, they swear that they will not do it again. This is one of the greatest lies that one tells themselves.
I see. I see.
Don't think I've actually drunk that much before. Even at the guild house, they used to cut me off at a certain point.
Yes, I think it's something called moderation. People learn that from a young age, I hear. You do it with food, any beverages, murder.
Nick appearing over the corner. Murder. Yeah.
Are you Corpus Mentis enough to deal with planning, or shall we just? What
No,
is the
I'm
social?
good. I'm just gonna give me a sec. And they're going to go to the wash basin and just basically pour water over their head.
Absolutely. You go to the wash station, just dump it
Uh,
over you.
I was about to offer you to heat that up, but
Cold is better. Cold is better.
Is that the one we just washed in?
I hope not.
Flicked head back and there's just feathers.
Yeah, I was gonna say there'll be feathers.
They've got quite long hair, so they do like the whole L'Oreal thing. And
Broken
then
egg,
realised that they moved their headly.
yeah.
Oh, you've got some of me in some of you.
That was a rather bad basin to go for.
To be honest, at least I didn't pick up the sick one.
More mercies.
So yeah, you get yourself cleaned up and at least lucid enough to continue, though there is definitely a thrumming in your head that seems to persist.
Dear,
Yes.
may I have one of your cups of tea? The minty ones.
Be less than a thimble's worth for you.
I can share my tea, I guess. There's a proper look of, but do I? Do. Let me find out what the mint. As long as the mint one's not the exploding one, I don't mind.
You could always give them the stock tea, shall we say, that you bought.
That'll wake you up.
Bovril. That's what you said. Stock tea. That's all I've got in my head is fucking Bovril.
From
mean,
the
it's not far
description of it.
It's pretty bang on, if I'm honest.
I mean, it have the salt, it have the electrolytes. There's a reason why gravy's a really good hangover cure.
My. Where's my mint tea gone? Not that.
Errol,
It-
I-
That one.
it's-
Oh, it's the
Thank
drift
you.
clouds tea.
Yeah, that seems.
Yes. And she'll sort of disappear into Asteran's bag and go get the mint tea and get one of her cups. Put a little bit in.
Just sat there with a strainer for a few minutes.
He helps heat the tea as well.
So, now my head's a lot less. Still ringing.
Hmm.
What's the plan? Me meant to be the demon gate.
And as far as the demon gate goes, I believe was to report back the situation and then say, what exactly do you want to do about this? We were presented two choices, if I remember correctly.
Yes. It's not a
That-
decision I feel comfortable making on my own either.
So where are we going to present the information?
I believe that the best place to present this information will be to Empress Erethian.
Right.
No one likes, other than Asteran. So clearly he mustn't be all bad. But yeah.
You don't even come from the province that he's reviled in.
Yeah, but if you made that.
Um,
Ice bombs. You can't have 4 ice bombs.
would it? I mean, we are
She's
quite close to where my family is. We could go speak with them.
I'm fine for that plan if you wish to do that one.
They might have some good ideas, and also, we could speak to the guild.
Yes.
See, they've dealt with things coming out of that gate before.
There is also the possibility that this is not the only gate that's currently experiencing things.
Indeed.
We have only checked 2 as of now, as of yet.
Well, that's
Just because
another reason why I suggest we go speak to the guild, because they travel around a lot more than we have recently. They may have seen some stuff from the other gates.
either that or we can ask them to help spread the word, bring communications out whilst we simply check the other gates as well. We could do it either way round. I just want to make sure that we are being thorough in whatever
Of
it is that we
course.
choose.
Like, did I see your hand go up there a minute?
Yes, you're aware that you can go to all these places. It's going to take you a thumping long time. Your ride's gone.
Yep. I was going to point out that the drone thing was gone. So how are we going to get?
We've
I haven't
got
got my treasures. I
still
haven't
got
got keys.
Stompy.
Unfortunately, Stumpy cannot teleport us around, so yes, we will be on a slightly longer time frame for.
We are a lot closer to my family than the Emperor.
Then your family seems like the better plan at the moment.
I think.
We do not know when the Balestra will come back.
Looks at Blake. I think we are.
Yeah. Eldea, make me. Do you have? I'm assuming you have ritual law.
I probably do, yeah.
In which case, could you make me a roll on your ritual law, please?
Yeah, it's been a hot
Error.
minute. Is it a D10 or a D20 plus
A
whatever?
D20 plus whatever your law says. For your law
25.
is law. So what was that?
25.
That's fucking nice.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so I'm just going to crack
Yes.
open this fat weld mat right here. So you know that beyond the Emerald City, which is a fairly short travel from Stevenshire, all things considered, I believe that puts it about. Give me 1 second, it's still rendering. It's about 4 days travel to the Emerald City, and from there, just beyond, you could use a grove to get around, which would
Yeah,
allow you
got
to go back to the
something in my
Teltoka
head.
province to see Gadvar, or you could go from there to Saundred or fairly close by.
I'm going to go with the Gadvar plan.
Okay, so you want to travel up to Emerald City, then use the basically use the folks there to transport you to Gadvar.
Where am I from
To
again?
suggest it.
You're from Renval province, specifically Saundred, I would imagine.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. Is she from? Are they from the Emerald City?
No, Eldea lived in the Emerald City with their
Abigail.
basically impromptu daddy.
Hmm.
And I was so
So yeah, and from there, just beyond, they could use that to go back to Gadfar and where they came from. They could also use that to take you to Saundred as well.
That's it. That's where I'm from.
Yeah.
But Gadvar's in the woods too, so and he's old, so he knows things.
An interesting descriptor.
So yes, it's all a matter of where you want to go.
I'm fine with the plan to go to the Emerald City. If we have lost the influence of our travel rightist.
In that case, I would like to take a brief detour back to the gate so I can stabilize it further, since we don't know how long we'll be gone for.
Okay, yes. You want to start traveling down to the gate?
Basically, I want to suck up some of their thingy so it doesn't break while we're making a decision about whether we should let it break or not.
Okay.
I'll go get
It's-
Stompy ready then.
About 2, maybe 2 and a bit days away before you can get to the gate. But yeah,
Because
you
we
could
got
walk
popped
it.
around, didn't we?
We did hop around the map. Completely forgot
You
about
did.
that.
You did suck stuff up only like a day before, or 2 days,
Did I?
a day and a half before.
Hmm.
It just feels like 4 weeks.
You're not
does.
quite sure how
Mm.
big the rate of leakage was, just that it was leaking.
Okay.
Let's get to the Emerald City then. If you can get us there quickly. Or are you travelling on foot to Emerald
We
City?
would have to travel on foot to the Emerald City, and then I can get us via the groves to other places we need to go.
I wonder.
Hmm.
Well, I'm wondering if we can acquire a cart that Stompy be able to pull.
You possibly could. Stompy is a pack animal more so than an.
Fuck. Never mind then. I haven't got us a quick way.
No, that's quite alright.
I believe in you.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to go find it, see if any of the Stevens have got a cart that I can buy or hire from them.
Yeah, that's
We can
fine.
attach it to Stompy, and it means we can travel without having to take breaks. As long as we don't mind not sleeping properly for a couple of days,
Sure, sure.
it means we'll cut our travel time down.
Yeah, we can do that.
Cool.
So when you say cart, Stompy's a pretty hench beast. What kind of cart are you looking for?
You know those kind of like basically the back of a flatbed.
Yeah, you could just get that.
You know, like literally, like not like anything fancy with seats.
Just an open wagon.
Just something.
Yeah.
Just an open top that like one of us can drive, two of us can sleep, and we can switch over when like somebody's too tired from driving to, you know.
I love the idea of Aldea driving. Let's do it.
Cool.
Just sit on
Yeah.
Stompy's head. Go!
So yes.
That way,
Stompy's
found
tongue.
east.
Spit out Aldea. Spit her out. Bad Stompy.
Cool. You head to the stables.
Spit
and
her
I'm
out. Show
assuming.
her how it feels.
Marcus, go to bed. Come on. Yeah, it's going to your bed now. I am not a bed. I'm not a bed.
Just
Yes, you are.
After a comment like that, good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Oh my. Yes.
Marcus.
I'll just wait for that first.
No, come on.
No, that's right.
Yeah,
Real life.
Loves me really.
there we go.
So
Please see the
yes,
picture I put.
you all venture out to the stables, and you see Stephen there, of many Stephens. There's like 2 or 3 of them, working on a few wagons. One of them's working on something that looks like a it seems like a Denson caravan wagon. It's ornate on the outside. It's got like nice furnishings and shimmering like glazing to it. It's got furnished windows. And on the inside, you see this like short kind of couch like thing on one side, a countertop with several like small cupboards, and in the back seems to be like a depression that holds a nice open bed in it. It looks very comfortable.
Oh, it's a Romany
Yes.
caravan.
So you see that. There's also several small wagons, and you see like a few open, just almost trailers, almost. Yes. What would you like to do?
Hi.
Oh,
Oh gosh, it's the smells in here are strong.
yes. Well, shit smells.
Oh gosh, you're all so loud. Okay.
Yes.
You met.
Do you want me to be louder? Does that help?
Oh,
Oh, I see. You love that.
delicate.
So how can I help you?
I need a simple wagon attachment for my pack animal.
He
what
looks.
kind of
He looks
just-
to your pack animal. He goes, "Right. Well."
something
He
just
takes a
simple.
wagon, wraps some rope round to it, takes a wooden stake, wraps some rope round it. He goes, right, so where are we going to peg this guy in? It's got a clench, real hard. He sees you tilt his head. He goes, Ah, we're looking for the old-fashioned wagons. I see. He kind of like pulls out a saddle thing and looks a little bit disappointed. Peggin?
I think he was going to put the peg in Stompy's ass.
I don't peg Stompy.
Why not? You might like it.
You say on games.
You never know if you never tried.
I don't think Stompy wants that.
I am willing to say right now that without trying it, I would not like it.
Could
Ooh,
we?
sounds like a
Could
big
we
one.
just?
Do you want to prove it? Waggle the stake.
Could we have a harness?
Oh, you're into that, are you?
No,
Oh,
no. For Stompy, so we can attach the wagon.
Oh, right. I'm glad you say to attach the wagon. I was thinking you were going to do stuff with the whole thing. Wasn't even going to peg him first. Right, okay. I'll get you the attachments, the wagon. It's going to cost you like... $120.
Sure. How quickly can you get it done?
Well, the wagon's over there. The harness is right there. And I've got this rope. So unless you're looking for a harness for other stuff and another use for the rope, we're going to be fine.
Just nods. They had over 150.
Wonderful. Well, I'll
Have
hook
a
him
tip.
up then. He kind of like hooks, gets him all hooked up, equipped, gets the wagon on. And you see the kind of like sits there, gestures, talks to the animal afterwards. Like, are you sure you don't want to? I'll just leave that there. He kind of like pops it and like screws in like with a drill it onto the back of the so where the wagon sat, he pulls it onto the front so it could back himself into the if he feels like it.
God.
There you go, buddy. If you feel like it, it's there for you.
I think
Just
there's
don't
something
break
very
too
bad
hard.
in this.
Animal husbandry in this place is very strange.
Yes, I don't
For all
normally
animal
think people impale their animals for. I'm gonna just drink my tea. I don't like mornings.
So
hate to
yes.
say this, but it's like 3 o'clock.
Well, you're quite welcome to be heading on your way. Anything else I could do for you?
No, that's all. Thank you.
You got food for the journey?
I check my supplies.
You
I
got
have a lot
port
of
for
candy.
the
Does that
journey?
count?
You can't survive on sweets. Well, you probably could.
We've got sweets and tea. We'll survive until we find my buns. So
You got
good idea.
kind of goes, well, sweets and tea might get you half the way, but you got to have caffeine and drugs for the rest of it, and probably a little bit of alcohol.
I feel as if on that combination you'd never sleep.
Oh, yes,
I
we've got
don't.
plenty of rations. And water, actually.
You just say that you don't sleep.
No.
That explains so very much.
Right.
It
Anyway,
definitely does.
so kind of like, so you wanted water, rations.
No, we've got plenty.
Okay, so you got water, you got rations, you got alcohol, you got medication.
Oh, no, more alcohol, please.
Cool. Yeah, more alcohol. Got it.
No.
He kind of like throws a few bottles of port in the back, and what seems to be like a small, almost a small like wooden box with a variety of small capsules in it.
So what am I
We
adding to
trust.
this? 3 bottles of port and some paracetamol.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty much.
Yeah, let's go with that.
This is starting to get very on the nose.
Okay, I've added that to
What about the
Stompy's gear.
what about the cigarillos?
Oh, I don't do that. That's another Steven.
Okay.
He's more of a cigar man.
Thank you very much. I hope you have a pleasant day.
I hope you have a good day too.
Who wants to drive Stompy first?
Be sure to make sure he's not in reverse.
I'm afraid I'd be pretty useless at driving your animal. I don't think
Uh.
I'd be able to see over his.
I reckon you could drive him hard enough. You'd be able to get in all the little wee pits.
I'm gonna quickly feed him.
Sure. What are you trying to
I'm
feed
not
him?
so sure, Alday. You might have a
I've got
driving beasts.
I've got some rocks what I brought for him. Do you remember I brought him feed, which is
Yeah.
basically some rocks?
You
So I'm just
I'm just imagining you walking around with a sack full of fucking rocks.
no, but they're like delicacy rocks. So like they might have a little bit of like a geode through it, or
Yeah,
like a
it's
bit
got,
of
like-
moss for
It's
flavour.
got like, different pieces of like geode in it. You got like a few of them that are just got like pieces of like ore and like pig iron in it, and just all covered and flavored and lightly seasoned.
I
for
just
a creature
I
that
go
can
right
eat
to
it.
the front of the Stompy and just go, sit,
He looks at you.
stay,
He doesn't move and just keeps going.
open mouth.
You know, it's like
Mr.
clamps
Stop.
down, starts like, and there's just pieces coming all over the sides. You're like, he ate like 5% of it. The rest of it's on the floor.
Okay, do you want to hop in? I'll start. We're headed to the Emerald City, right?
Yes.
I get out my compass and map.
Cool. Are you, just to make sure, you're certainly heading for the Emerald City? You're not going back to the gate first.
I
go
supported
through
whichever
that
side
gate.
of this that they wanted to commit. I believe Eldir said that they wanted to stabilize the gate first.
Okay, we can do that.
I would prefer knowing we had an extra few days rather than chancing.
I look at the map. I look at the compass. I readjust the direction.
Yep. And with a few like, could you make me a handle animal roll?
A what? Sorry.
A handle animal roll. Because this is a tame creature, you do get advantage.
Oh, I might be all right though if I.
I've got
if I do
advantage. Did
rapid
you say?
instinct.
'Cause it's a tame
Yes.
creature.
That your handle animal is actually quite good, Eldir.
Oh. Get a
Because
room.
we're in
Get a
this
cart. Oh,
time
wait, it is-
setting where horse based transport is used a lot.
Handle animal is on here somewhere. Oh, there it is. +5, so that is a 12.
A 12. Yeah, they seem to be being, for the most part, quite amicable, like light trudging in the general direction. It's, you'd imagine, like a moderate walk kind of pace. Just,
Or just every time.
it's just like a bump.
Got this image of every time I want to go a bit faster, just get like one of the smaller, like nicer bits of rock that's got a geode and just.
Into a light jog. But yes, you seem to be
Oh.
getting some slow momentum as you begin your first day's journey. By all means, feel free to roll me a D100.
Right.
Get 69.
God damn it, don't go.
Well, we're
60.
doing in it.
Oh dear lord, that's so on the nose, it's practically a... Oh, I don't actually have anything that's supposed to be on the nose, you win. Checkmate.
Go on, who's
Ah.
rolling it?
Who is actually? Shall I do it?
Sure.
No, right. I thought someone else was going to do
I
it,
thought
but
Nessa
I'll
was.
do it.
I got confused.
Damn it! No, 68.
Oh, so close! It's almost on the nose.
We get +1 by any means. Come on, everyone, can't start busting out the +1s wherever they may come from.
Wait, I may actually have a skill for that.
Do it.
I might be wrong, but I might have something that allows us to add. Oh no, that must be a different game.
Don't you get to
Oh.
roll with advantage for the compass?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, you've got one more chance. Let's do this. No, 54, 68.
Right, 68. Okay, in which case, in this region,
I can't believe the dice would tease me like that.
you continue walking on, and you find some odd material on your journey. Moving down from Stephenshire, you find a few small, what seems to be a rock formation growing out of the ground, and this purplish black twisted looking gemstone. Its structure very straight, very rigid, but almost uniformly twisting, almost like one of those long crystals you get with flat sides, but twirled, twisted, and warped almost into like a hook shape. And there's several of these growing around this area, and you almost go careening into it with your creature kind of moving and motioning towards the crystalline structure before having to kind of reel it back. Does anybody have demon lore?
Let me check. I think I've got almost every law, but that might be the one law I don't have yet.
Dude.
Bollocks! I don't. Oh,
It's always the way.
I know what my
That'd be
XP is going on next time.
demology, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
No.
lore demonology or lore demon, I think it is. Or I don't know which one, but it's there.
No.
Pretty sure
I don't know
demon and
which one.
demonology are the same thing.
Lord demon some.
No, I don't.
Okay.
But
But
I have something that can help us. Here. Where's my abilities gone?
But if I clench my butt cheeks in a certain way.
Ugh.
Sure.
While looking at this thing, I
Mhm.
am going to use my once a day through the grapevine
Okay.
and make a law check without having anything in it.
Fantastic. Right. So roll 1d20.
15.
15.
Yep.
Okay, so with a 15, you're aware that at some point there was words of like demonic ores that were made from solidified Sether. This was simply named Sethasite. They tend to have a variety of different traits to them. The biggest that you're aware of is that with the use of mana alongside them, they can actually be used to basically draw in and solidify more Sether around them. But other connotations as to what they did and how they used eludes you. You only know that Sether gathers quite easily. Its crystallization is a fair bit rarer. Not insanely rare, but it was definitely uncommon.
Save me repeating that information. I share this with the party.
Absolutely.
See,
This sounds like a new thing, Aldea.
a me thing. I don't see the resemblance. It's all twisty and solid, and I'm feathery.
But you know about like the seeding and stuff.
I know some, yes. I mean,
'Cause
we can take some, I guess.
how, oh, I wonder how we harvest this.
Do you have a pickaxe? Would be my first response.
No, we have a Stompy.
I mean, you could try to use Stompy to mine this.
Picks him up. Bah, bah,
He's
bah.
got a big, he's a rock creature and he's got big
Cool.
old pork,
So you're going to use Stompy to mine the crystallized demon corrupt magic ore. Understood?
Semi.
Yeah.
Semi. I don't need it though.
You don't need
What
it.
what that can do, I can do without being a crystal.
Okay. Do
Um,
we want this then, or are we just leaving it?
We can leave it, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't know how we'd harvest it without potentially causing issues.
That's a very valid point.
As good as Stompy is, his precision and delicacy leave something to be desired.
I was just going to get him to dig around it, to be fair.
Ah,
But then
That's
he
a
could also
chunk to
accidentally,
do.
squash it.
Mm.
He's a rather big fella, aren't you, Stompy?
No.
You're
I
confident
just
that you can
realised something.
transport.
Sorry?
Asteran.
I was just going to say, if you're confident that you can transport one solid lump of this material, then just get
Actually,
the dig around it.
in hindsight, he might just try eating it. Considering most of his feed is rocks with, bits of ore in.
Also entirely possible.
I'll leave it. But maybe you'd be able to, do something like this, Aldea. Instead of, absorbing it. That can't be good for you.
Doesn't harm me. In fact, it can become a boon when infused with my mana.
Oh.
Yes, I can use it as a cloak, if you will.
Ooh.
Maybe they had you back in the Calamity.
You would have to speak to Patel about that.
Work your magic then.
Okay. And we'll head to the middle of the pool. Sit down. Start sucking it up.
When you
It
say
is one of.
pool, are you referring to this crystal or somewhere else?
Oh no, somewhere else. Sorry, I got
Okay.
distracted.
Are we
by
not at the
children.
thing
Where are
yet?
we?
So you
We're not
pass
at the
on
thing
from the
yet.
crystal. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah, we're going to pass on from the crystal and ignore the fact that
Cool.
develop multiple personalities.
Sure. So you move onwards from the crystal. And when you do, nothing particularly bad happens on the rest of your journey. You still have a few days left. Would you like to make me a few more D100 rolls on your journey forth?
I'll do the next one.
Yeah.
Do you say it's with advantage?
Yes, because you have
The
your
100
compass.
advantage.
D100 with advantage. I'll just roll.
69. Go for it.
Uh, 60. Rolled a 54 as well. Which is quite funny.
So what was that? A 69?
No, 64. 4.
Yes,
No,
yes,
60.
yes,
No,
yes,
60 on the dot.
You're 60 on the dot. Okay. So, as you move further on, so this is like another 8 hours into your journey, you're coming across more of this crystallized cethosite. Before you found a single growth of it, here there seems to be 2 large growths of it.
Maybe on purpose. I don't know.
There's a lot of this stuff around. Does that mean that there's more leaking out?
There is
Or
a good chance that that might be the case. Shall I roll my corruption knowledge, oh mighty storyteller?
Sure.
Cool is loss. Oh shit, where is it in there? Oh yeah, it'll be in the bad stuff. Cool. 30 with a natural 20.
Oh.
Yep.
Now you're looking at it, and you can see like the different shades of color of these, the different way they seem to be forming. Like the entire time you're like, that sounds vaguely familiar. You're aware that historically, during the Reclamation era, there was one item people had to absorb large amounts of Sether so that things could be rehabilitated. But then it became a case of there were creatures that lived off this shit and that emanated it, and they needed to be dealt with in a way that meant that people needed some way to fight against it. They mined this stuff in the rare places they found it to make weapons out of Cethosite that, when kind of beckoned with magic, would start drinking the Cether in and using it to empower themselves. The cost of this was generally the user would gain some slight corruptions upon doing so, that opening themselves up magically caused something else to kind of slowly crawl in. It was a slow burn though, and it gave people a lot of potential to move on. Generally speaking, these things must be grown in Cether rich environments. You cleared up stuff quite further away. How it would have gotten down so far, and even still, as said before, it's somewhat rare. The fact that several seem to have grown not particularly far away from one another is also questionable. You'd imagined this wouldn't happen naturally. But yeah.
So more like it's been farmed or purposely.
It most certainly seems, if nothing else, somebody's inadvertently creating the conditions that would form it.
Mm.
If you knew better than that, you could possibly say somebody's purposefully trying to make it. To what ends, you're not sure.
So you don't have the program, yeah, all of that will get relayed, obviously, with it could be purposeful attempt at farming, or it could be a purposeful attempt at creating the correct conditions where it just grows naturally.
Do we need to get rid of it?
Again, without trying to harvest it, of which I do not think we have the tools to do so, it would be ill-advised.
Yeah.
Using it to make weapons is not something I've ever done, but I cannot imagine even that process will free you from the potential of being corrupted.
Yeah.
Of course, fire kills a lot of things.
I could try and use fire to try and purge it if you
believe
Oh.
this to be the best course.
I was contemplating a big area at once, but I promised I wouldn't do that. So,
Do you remember the price of doing that?
yeah,
Cool.
corruption is technically an enemy of the world, and apparently I don't need to worry about the price. No,
For now.
no, somebody else pays it for me. No, she wouldn't. She wouldn't be worrying about the rights. It is a potential for later. A discussion possibly best had with Gadfar. To clear this much would take time, and we have no way in which to move this amount.
Okay.
We have a
Strong
map.
as Stumpy is.
On the map, I will take out. I take it like things like having a journal and pen and stuff is okay.
Yeah, certainly.
I'll just make a little note on the map, and then I'll quickly sketch it in my journal.
Yeah, if you have the map, you are able to mark the locations on it. That is not a problem.
Oh. No, that was an Esau. It will be an Aldea in a minute if I've remembered things correctly.
Cool.
Not that bit.
Nessa.
Cool. I want to. Oh, do I want Eyes of Insight or Wisdom of Wings? This motherfucker. Do you know what? Yeah, Wisdom of Wings. I'm gonna roll me a D100.
Cool.
Basically to see if she can glean an idea of what. No, my brain's gone to sleep. Yes, on how to harvest it safely.
How to harvest it safely? Sure.
Yeah, like, or how to potentially remove it at least. 52. 52.
50 food.
What?
Sorry.
52.
As you fish into the wellspring of knowledge that is those that give you your power of spirit, those that ushered you into this world, you feel something purposefully hide or obfuscate information from you.
No.
It does give you this.
Yeah.
You have options in regards to removal. Simply destroying anything that's around it allows you to remove it safely. This, in and of itself, is the most stable form of Seether you can observe and see and interact with. It's not to say it's flawless, but without utilizing magic whilst contacting the item, you should have no issues in touching it, moving it, transporting it, crafting with it, etc. That being said, the best means of removal is often destroying the area around it and plucking it forth. As for destruction of this, rites can be done of fire to burn it, righteously burn it to ashes. Though there is the consideration that this can be used to help people stay such disasters should they ever happen again. Weighed beside that, the pros and cons of burning it are not clear, but it is an option. You also gain a faint whisper that's ushered through 1,000 trees and echoed on a wordless wind.
Yeah.
They are simply power and ideas manifest. They can flow like smoke, grow hard like stone, or swim in blood like water. It's more malleable than you think. Though prices have to be paid, little survivor. Should you rise to it, you can obtain something greater. Though I cannot annul the risk.
Well, that was something I didn't expect to see. Awesome. The whispery voice, can I respond to it?
You don't
Or-
know.
Fuck it, I'm gonna try anyway then, and we'll look like a crazy person. If I chose this, would this benefit those the goal we are seeking?
You hear no response.
Fabs! Cool. After communion with thoughts, we could remove it. All we'd have to do is destroy the land around it, and then remove it from the ground.
No, we,
Ideally, we'd need tools for such, I believe, though. I'm not sure what the ground is like around here, but I don't imagine it'll be easy to move.
Shovel and a pickaxe, essentially.
I could try something.
Very well.
This is something I've been working on since I did that thing with Jarthan. I wonder if I can maybe. No, I'm thinking of something else. Hang on. I've used that, so I can't do that one. Pretty sure I've used it. I've used the World of Words, haven't I? When I brought the space into story.
No, you did that like a few days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't do that again. Let me check my inventory. I've got this buckler. It's kind of like spade shaped. Oh, I've got a better idea. I need to pull up the thing. I could eat some slime and glow myself some claws and dig it.
You could, yes.
Are you going to resort to the slime candy to get yourself a burrowing speed?
Pretty much.
Oh shit! I have borrowing speed.
Eldair could dig around it. It would take
Oh,
a
there's-
while.
But I hope it don't fall on me in the process.
Just chuck a slime candy in and focus on some burrowing claws.
Cool. You sit there like claws, 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 hop, and you see like this slime kind of like bubble from your paws and start like taking a like gelatinous form of large like kind of mole mittens and then those slowly start solidifying into hands and claws, and you find yourself with mole claws.
That's so cool.
Big.
So, yeah, looking like haze.
That will work. Yes.
Also, the sweet is like a delicious gusher.
Mmm. Gushy. Um,
Fantastic.
Anyway,
So you're both going to sit there digging them up?
Yeah, Blake, I have dropped you a message if you don't mind
Oh, I've got
me
some
mind
fat
checking
DMs,
it.
have I?
You got some
Absolutely.
fat DMs. See, the worst thing is Eldea would use a little bit of claws, then wings to widen the hole, because that's how birds fucking dig. A little bit
cute.
digging and a little bit of wing.
Oh, like when they have a sand bath and they go wiggle, wiggle, wiggle,
Yeah.
wiggle.
Yeah, that's literally how they like burrowing owls dig their holes. It's a little bit of that, and then they wiggle it back
Just
with their tail and the
Butt
feathers.
wiggles and
Yeah.
tiny
Meanwhile,
talon
like
claws.
just Semi is just like bent over, like
Gone full mole.
meanwhile, Astra is just standing there looking at the two of them like, soccer.
you cut out at the right moment for me because I had and that was it.
Okay.
He's just standing there like, soccer. It's a One Punch Man reference, but
It means
Ah.
it's a line that
basically,
happens as
it
the guy
means-
destroys like an
okay.
entire area behind him. There's like shit flying everywhere, and it's just like, okay.
Okay.
It's not like- Cool. As you're like digging out there, thinking on the words
my job.
that you heard very lightly whispered, from that wisdom check you just gave me, you think they're inferring somewhat that these things that you're mining are malleable in some way beyond just being solid, that they can
Yeah.
move into different states depending on thoughts and power.
Cool. See, I thought that was possibly where it was going. It was the last half that also confused me because multiple input noises doesn't make a happiness a brain.
No, that's right. The last thing they were saying about is that you could potentially gain some degree of power from this, but
Ah.
there's definitely a risk to it, and they
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to invalidate the risk in its entirety.
Absolutely cool. Didn't care about the invalidation part. Awesome. Cool. Fabs. That's where I thought it was. My brain doesn't totally suck. Go me.
Woo.
Out of a random fact, if anybody cares, we won 3-0 against Wales.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
prefer that we win rather than don't win.
I don't know what we're on about.
Sports
football.
ball.
What's the pigskin game with the drama queens?
No, not that. Oh, yeah, no. With the it was like pigskin game, no, and then you're like with the drama queens. Oh wait, no, yep, that one.
I still think my favourite, and the only time I've ever watched football, so maybe I'm being a bit down on it, I watched, was some guy went to do like a sliding tackle and completely missed the other guy by about 5 feet, but the guy grabbed his knee,
Oh.
fell over, and then had to be carried out on a stretcher. I was like, fuck, and
Do
I
you know
thought
what?
wrestling was real.
These guys are in the wrong sport. They should go into boxing. They know how to fucking take a dive.
Mobster boxing.
Oh. Anyway, yay, we won the
Yes.
sports ball.
Yay, sports world.
Congrats.
So,
Ball.
Congratulations, everyone who does the sports ball fan activity.
may your foots have many balls. Anyway,
Mhm.
Balls.
may it in fact come home. So, yes, you, after spending
Yeah.
about the best part of an hour and a half, do manage to get out both these things in their entirety. They're about like this big,
Nice.
Like once they've like dug it around, it's
and
like,
there's two
"Can
of
I
them. Yeah,
knit?"
so you got dug around them. They're like great crystalline chunks.
Are we allowed to touch them?
Oh, yes, as long as you don't infuse your mana into it, it should be relatively inert.
Okay. Kind of just picks it up and then
Yep.
Oh
waddles.
no, I was wrong actually. It's when you activate your mana, you're fine. I'm kidding, semi-brief. I'm trying humour.
You managed to get semi-brief with that.
Waddles over to the cart and just
Hoists
pops
it
it in the
in.
back. And then kind of just looks at this. Oh, I'm not going to be able to drive the cart.
I can give it a go, I guess.
But I can give really good back scratches to um to Stompy.
Right.
Just gently put the claws down the back.
Yeah, it seems to like rear up. Oh. Oh.
We're not going anywhere if he's that happy.
Oh.
Always.
Do not look under him for any for anything in the world.
Worse,
Can't
the
drive
funny
like
thing
this.
is, I imagine that Sabri, because she's not used to having these massive like mole mittens, is walking around a bit like a pangolin with the hands out like that.
Semi, I've just noticed something that
Yeah.
may be of mild interest. You use the slime candy to dig, right? You would have had
Yep.
to use 2 separate slime candies just to confirm.
Oh, was it a 4?
Yeah.
Was it? That's cool. I would.
Cool.
That's fine.
No
I'll
worries.
take 4 off. I'll take 2 off even.
Yep.
Num num num.
When you say 4, I'm assuming you mean 4 total points required.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take 2 points. I'll take 2 slimes off.
Cool. So yes, you continue onwards with your new haul. Well, are you going to pack up for the evening or continue driving into the night with somebody taking shifts and such?
I think we could just continue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Quite happy to take a shift of driving the Stompy.
Cool. So as it gets nighttime, I'm assuming Semi-Brief and Astran start like turning in. And Eldea, this is where you shine because nighttime is where you don't eat shit.
But you shine literally all day at night. Ha 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 ha.
I know, I went full Nelfin.
Never go full Nelfin.
So yes,
That's
make me an
dangerous
animal
and gay.
handling check just to see if he's okay for yourself.
Cool
You do
is
so with advantage.
cool
He
is.
is a tamed animal.
Oh, yay. Roll that one as well.
Take me down to Innuendo City where the
Grass is
Beep
green,
is beep, and the
green
beep is
pretty.
beep.
Oh,
Oh,
won't you please take me home?
Beep.
Yeah.
So yes,
17?
yes, absolutely. Again, it's a tamed animal. DC's fairly low. It's like 10. Unless you're particularly terrible to them, or unless they're having a real big issue, you're mostly fine. You find tends to be very well behaved, just kind of trottling on still. A little upset they didn't get to eat any of the ore, but beyond that, got 3 back scratches, so it's otherwise net neutral. You're walking along, and could you give me a D100 roll, just to see if anything particularly over the top happens? Nobody's trousers are going to explode.
Well,
Come on, man. And what's the result?
to the Paradise City with the kisses screen and the goes out.
56.
56. Right.
There.
You're passing
Paradise
through.
City.
It's fairly dark, and you're starting to get significantly closer. What's your passive? Well, what's your perception?
Oh, please.
Won't you please take me home? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
9? Like a natural 9, I think. How do I find out? 9's my addition to the doodad.
Okay.
Help me.
help me. So yes, you seem to pass by and things are looking okay. It seems to be an uneventful evening. You continue on further in the evening and give me one more, and then that'll take you back to the morning. As you go through day 2.
Never see each other if it's on the road. He takes
Anything
night
that
shift,
happens in
I'm
the
on day
twilight
shift.
stays in the twilight. Right.
She was at night, he was at day. Can you make it any more obvious?
Yes, a lot more obvious. The fuck does that even mean? Anyway, so what was the roll there? 5, 4.
Sorry, I put the
Cool.
finger wrong way.
As you're journeying on forth, you
Did you roll an advantage for your travel?
No, I didn't.
roll advantage. I'm assuming Semi-Brief gave you the compass as well.
Yeah, you have the map and compass.
Yeah,
Oh, of course. 76 then.
76. Okay.
I'm going to take that one.
Or see through it?
Okay, so you're traveling again. Is there anything you're doing in the evening, or just kind of keeping your eyes on the road?
Mostly keeping our eyes on the road, thinking about what was said about how one could manipulate Crystal, but mostly trying to make sure she doesn't crash something that's about 20 times the size of her and not get eaten by it, and hopefully not kill the people she's supposed to be friends with.
This far out, you
I feel
note
somewhat hurt.
that in the corner
Supposed
of
to be
your
friends
eye-
with.
Listen here. In the corner of your eye, you see a flash of purple, and just as quick as it appeared, it disappears. It seems to be off to the east, a fair distance. What are you going to do?
Do I have any idea what is in that direction before I do what Eldea's initial reaction was and I had to suppress it?
You have a map. The map says in this direction there is sweet
Purple
fuck
light.
all.
Sweet fuck all.
The only thing even close to where you are is going to be the 2 guard towers, which you won't approach until morning, and a bunch of mountains. This place is fucking barren for the most part. Beyond Stephenshire, where you came from, which is now long within like far distance, you just have the Great Basin and the gate itself that's a fair ways off.
Oh, and not to the east, I'm guessing.
It's not to the east, no.
Right. This is problematic for everyone involved, but mainly the people
So
who are
Stephenshire is to the east. Sorry,
Right.
it's to your east, which is to say it's to the south if you're looking on the map. But yeah, there's nothing.
Oh, right. Right. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Are either of the 2 awake at this point?
How many hours has it been?
Very early in the morning at this point. We're talking like 2, 3 a.m.
Right. Right. Do I believe that perhaps Stompy will continue going on the path that he is currently walking if he stops getting driven?
You're not sure. He seems quite
Right.
content.
Cool. So, what she'll do is very carefully put the reins down, turn round to the back and go, "Oh no, an emergency!" And then she's going to fly off to the east.
Okay, so roll me 1d20 plus your whole breath check if you're trying to shout.
No, she's not going to shout. She's going to say it in an Eldea voice.
Oh,
Oh, so it's-
quietly. Wonderful. Okay. Are you trying to say it quietly on purpose?
Mm-mm. It's just Eldea level of noise.
Right. Okay. So just roll me a flat d20.
Okay. Sorry, guys, but it's a flash of things and stuff happened. So, 13.
Right. So,
Sorry. Hopefully, one of you will wake up and you won't crash horribly in a ditch. But
We wake up and there's just this crunching sounds, and there's just
if anybody has a
stomping.
perception of 7 or higher, you're asleep.
Oh, my perception's 11.
Yeah, I'm just curious about how hard I should modify that when you're
Shh.
zonked.
Shall we
Um,
roll it?
I would say I would
Maybe
give you
disadvantage.
I would give you both a d10. So roll me a
Okay.
d10. You want the lowest number possible.
Are you
And
sure
this
about
does this does cascade, yes. Are you sure about that? Yes.
Lower. We want a low number
Yes.
or a D10.
Yes.
that? Well,
Ah.
I've just profited completely.
I rolled a 10. Do I keep
Okay.
rolling?
Oh.
So roll another d10.
Like on this D10 system you've got going on, I can roll 0 as my max
That's fine.
because I get -10 to all rolls at night.
This isn't included into this. Don't worry, buddy.
1. Go fuck yourself.
I rolled a total of 11.
You're 11. Okay. So, semi-brief, you don't hear shit. You are gone. You've
Makes so
travelled with
much
enough
sense.
adventurers to not wake up for anything. Asteran,
Probably also the little bit of alcohol. There's like alcohol still in this.
you
It's
can
such-
at the
right.
port in the back.
Asteran, however, his mates basically go, "There's an emergency," and just like
Go!
Here's Aldea take a sharp intake of breath.
Real shit.
well, she's like, "It's an emergency," and he's like, "Fucking what?" Just
Fucking gone
draws the
by
sword.
then.
Yep, you see Aldea dart off in a direction.
He kind of like looks afterwards. He just goes, "What are you talking about?"
Are you staying or just bolting?
On.
Cool, gone. You just see Stompy walking around with no harness.
Fucking Stompy, I'm flying.
No
Stompy's
harness.
still there on the cart.
No, what's it called?
Driver.
No driver, yeah.
Oh yeah,
the
no
reins are down.
driver. Yeah.
Right. Aldea, you're trying to go to the source?
Yeah, sort of heading that way, using her, shadow wings to up her stealth, just in case it's dangerous for real and not just interesting. So,
Absolutely. Make me a stealth roll, please, with whatever bonuses your wonderful wings give you.
Oh, thank you. I
Oh,
shall.
thank you.
Oh, hello, Goblin. Ness is gonna die.
This is gonna die.
Plus that, and then plus.
Is this going to be a game where everybody dies because they keep going out on their own? My entire party's here. They could help. Fuck it.
Look, to be honest, this is checking to see if it's safe for the party to come and
I get you. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying if that's going to happen, this is going to have to be like, oh god.
So that's 10 on that one. No, I don't get any because of my laws. Oh, I should have written all this down just to make my life easier. No, that's fine. 28.
28. Okay.
Mm,
Fabulous. Babadabdozy. Fantastic.
I'll try. I do try, yeah.
So you venture over the top of where you believe you saw this, and you see another brief flash of like pinkish purple light. Astran, you don't have any dark sight or anything like that, do you?
I believe elves do.
Does this elf is the question.
Slime. Eat slime and
this
gain
elf.
it.
Yeah, eat a slime again.
I didn't have any slimes.
Everybody
I gave
like
all of that.
eat the slime.
I don't want to eat the slime.
Don't give in to peer pressure.
I don't eat the slime. That's the anyway.
Do you do slime?
Do I look French to you?
Uh, oh, I use my perception as normal while I'm in restful meditation. It's just FYI.
Nice.
Oh, wait there, that's a thing. Cool. I will note that for later.
Would that mean that he would have seen the direction she would have gone?
If he was, like, focusing on Eldair, then yes. Which is... then
on a
it would.
particular part. No. Anyway,
Checking out them
uh,
tail feathers.
what plumage? I don't think I have anything like that. I was fairly certain that they did, but
It's quite possible they do, and you just didn't take it because there was other better stuff to take because the Lorens are stacked. Anyway.
oh
Move-
no, this is the part it's in. Yeah, I do. I can see in darkness as if it were lit by daylight.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, make me a roll, please, a perception check. I'm assuming you're
Oh,
looking at...
Blake, quick thing. Is this animal that we're currently on? Is it herbivorous?
Rockivore.
It's an omnomnomivore.
Would predator stance block it?
No. It's a panivore.
Okay.
If it moves, it will eat it. It's essentially like a pig,
Okay.
but can
So-
eat rock.
You wanted me to make what type of roll? Sorry.
Yes, perception roll. I'm assuming you're looking for where the Elday has gone and other such shit. While
Yeah.
this thing's just kind of like...
That's a 22.
Fantastic. Yeah, you notice this like faint purple glow, like in the area where Aldea's just darted off to. And just as quickly as it appears, it goes, almost like it's a flash.
I kind of glance backwards to the others.
The other.
Yes, the other. I'm guessing that they look completely and utterly out of it.
They're like batting the air for some reason, but yes.
Like Sid the Sloth.
He knows how to
I
see.
am going to. Does
Yep.
it? I look towards the direction that they've gone. Is it clear?
There's like some fair distance, like large rocks and other such things. This area appears to be what I would describe as a badlands, mostly barren. The grass doesn't look to be growing particularly well, and there appears to be a load of just rocks and like large boulders everywhere.
Okay. In which case,
Basically, we're
I'm going
streets of
to-
boulders, and this is a forest.
could I navigate Stompy around towards that direction that she's flown off to?
You could certainly re-steer that way, yeah.
I think I'm going to.
Make me an animal handling roll. And whilst you're doing that, again, the DC is just a simple 10, and you get advantage because it's a simple, good old tamed creature.
Would handle vehicle be a good one here?
That's for when you're handling mechs, airships, ships, and other such things.
Handling mechs, you say?
Yeah, yeah. Goblin mechs.
I've got handle monster. I don't know if that's so much a typo in the skills or just a commentary on my particular skill
Everyone's.
set. Um,
There's two. Handle animals in social.
oh yes, it is.
Mm.
The socialite's ability.
Stompy ain't no monster.
That's a 12.
Cool. Yeah, he seems to be moving.
Wait, no.
in the-
Wait, no. That is a 7 because -5 to all rolls whilst at night.
You kind of like try and whip Stompy in a direction, like bleary eyed, just waking up. You end up like whipping him a little too hard, and like he kind of stops as the cart shunts him, and with the spire in it, kind of pegs him, as the creature, not really expecting this, is in a weird state and just kind of starts running, trying to get this thing out of him. But as he runs, he pulls the cart too hard, and then it rashes back in a weird kind of elastic banding motion where he's kind of pulling it on. It's pulling too far, banging into him, kind of banging into him as you end up in this.
Take that off.
I kind of like looking down. I kind of draw up my sword and just kind of aim, and then just, if I can, just to slice off that peg.
Okay, so you've got the reins between you, like, so it's like you, the end of the cart, the reins, and then the peg is right here. Are you going to, like...
I'm having a lot of trouble picturing as to where this
pulling
peg
the
is.
reins above you and trying to cut?
I guess. About to say, I'm having trouble exactly picturing whereabouts this thing is.
So, if this box is the
Height.
cart, yeah, and then this creature is here, there's
Yeah.
a peg here poking outward this way. So as the creature's rushing this way, it's pulling on the like wire that's pulling this cart into it, and that's causing it to run faster. That outruns the cart that pulls it back in again, which is causing that very weird kind of shunty runny motion you have going.
Evenshire is a very weird place. I am going to. I'm going to try and time it for when it's like not hidden from me, shall we say? And I'm going to then just cast Repel down at the peg specifically, just to
Oh my
try and
God.
it.
Okay.
Why have I come back at this point?
Okay. Okay, make the repel roll.
Okay. Well, Blake, is it still fucking balls deep in this thing when
No,
I'm like
it's-
when I do
it's
repel?
not balls deep on it when you're casting it, but it is still attached to the thing. Via screw.
Is there a gap between the peg or not?
Between the peg and what?
Between the peg and the animal.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Right.
You're
Well,
basically gonna try and break it off. Is that what you're trying to do?
yes, that's what I'm trying to. I'm trying to snap it.
I only wanted to go investigate this thing, man. I'll be back in a few minutes.
I
Right,
left you
well-
for 5 minutes and this animal's been pegged 7 times. What have you done?
I know I should have stayed.
Oh my. So yeah, make whatever rolls you need to make for repel.
Hope that harness ain't elastic.
25. Oh no, 20. 20. No. Yeah, 20.
Minus the
It's
10.
20. No, it's -5, and yeah, I have
Okay, so 20.
accounted for that.
Fantastic. So you basically cause a large force to go down on the front of where the car is, where the nail is. There is a break as the front of the car shunts down. The back of the car reels up in reply. Semi-Brief is launched from their position in the back of the cart, as well as the cargo, off the cart. And you need to make me a...
This peg was made out of fucking unobtainium. Jesus fucking Christ.
The peg did break. It's just the large force on the front of the thing, down here, causes the back of it to rear up.
Why would it do that if it broke?
Because there was a big force that pushed the entire thing down, and then it broke. So, as you're doing that, the cart like kind of starts to topple forwards. Could you make me a deck save to kind of remain in the cart as it hurls forward and is still getting pulled by the creature? Semi-Brief, you're being rocketed out of the cart. Really
Like,
make
there's
me a
no
dex
such thing
save?
as a dex save in this system.
Sorry, make me a dexterity check. And Semi-Breathe, could you do the same with disadvantage, please? Or acrobatics check would be more apt.
Disadvantage.
Yes. Stop, drop, and roll when you're dropped outside the cart. This is why I
total.
advocate for roofs, people. Have a cart with roofs.
Sorry.
At least you won't get rocketed out of it.
Oh no.
So Semi-Breathe goes hurling out, lands face first into the dirt, goes skidding a solid 2 to 3 meters, and then stops.
I got 12.
You do manage to kind of like stay on the thing as the cart comes wrenching back down, and the creature continues. And is starting to abate a little now that it's no longer being repeatedly penetrated in the anus. Would you like to try and stop the cart?
Yes.
Make me another animal handling check, please. You still have advantage.
That's the point. I didn't even roll advantage last time.
That would certainly, yeah.
Nowhere near enough. That's about a 6.
Cool. You start again, like trying to stop the beast. You kind of like pull it, and you're a fairly dense dude, so basically, when you start yanking it back, it starts like kind of moving back and trying to like. It feels like it's getting dragged back a little, as opposed to the more gradual pull, given the fucking stress of the situation. And its immediate response to that is to push harder against you, which kind of caused it to continue wrenching further away from where Semi-Breathe landed. Also, Semi-Breathe, could I
mind.
just ask for, I'm just going to say, from that catastrophic fall, that's 11 points of falling damage. As you are in the middle of an area covered in rocks and dirt. You can barely see in front of you, and you're pretty sure you hear Stompy running off in the distance.
Where is everybody?
Meanwhile, we'll cut to Aldea. You see down in the area where you see this flashing.
Oh, that's why Asteran's upset.
A woman with white hair, one eye, and a face you cannot make out in this darkness as they lean down. And you see them with these oars that you've been seeing around. As she touches the Seath oar and touching along its surface, traces a line upon it, places a hand on it, pushes inward, and you see it turns this like gel that encapsulates her entire arm. As she pulls it back forth, and it solidifies again. Acting as like a weird kind of bracer-like thing as she appraises it. And she looks to another item and does the same. It seems to be melding these crystalline substances into these weird adornments, making them bend into other things in front of you. And as they do so, they finalize it by basically making small circles into the ground. And you see once more the gauntlet turns into a gelatinous form as it goes to the end of her fingertip and drips into the empty hole. She covers it and moves on. You see, she seems to be planting these.
Oh, sorry. Just gonna get notes written very quickly.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, we'll cut back to Asteran. You are getting carted off by the beast still.
About the mind.
Okay. You are going to try and make the beast go to sleep. Make your rolls. And I'm assuming it's got to make a
Mentality.
mentality. Oh, piss. There we are. It's got an 11. I'm assuming it doesn't beat whatever you pumped out.
I mean, necessarily. A non-natural 20, so yeah.
That'll do it. The creature kind of footsteps slow and then it stumbles to a halt as it seems to be sleeping while standing up. Oh. Oh. Oh.
I kind of look around to see where Summer Breathe landed.
Oh. Cool. Given the distance you've traveled, you can't see them. At the very least, not from here.
Really?
This thing was hauling ass. You've gone at least, I'd say, about 120 to 200 feet away. And there are boulders everywhere, similar to the forest, effectively.
Um,
So, yeah.
I'm going to just call out into the night. Semi-Breathe!
Make me, well, to be fair, within that distance, semi-brief you would most certainly hit.
so just if I'd shift into aura, will I get rid of the claws?
The claws would have gone by this point, considering it's a separate day by this point.
Okay, cool. But I'm going to shift into aura anyway and
Yep.
use my innate light manipulation and create a small light ball and float upwards.
Cool. Semi-brief creates a small ball of light that enters the sky. You can see the
Okay,
direction they're in.
yeah.
I am going to step off the carriage for a second and kind of go towards where Semi-Breathe is.
Cool. It doesn't take long to navigate with the light in the sky, illuminating the way and your normal ability to perceive in such a light anyway. You meet up in a few short moments, and with the light in the sky, you can also see the two crystals embedded into the floor somewhat nearby.
And I imagine a like semi-brief imprint.
And like a few, like your packs are strewn about everywhere.
Injured.
Only a little.
Like a little bit of blood trickling down the forehead.
She's kind
Your
of trying to
wounds.
pick up the packs.
He draws out a symbol in the air and cure wounds is on the aura.
Cool.
As he starts collecting up the various belongings, as he says,
What
Aldea has
happened?
flown off somewhere towards the east.
Oh.
He said that there was an emergency.
Oh, okay. We'll kind of like we'll try and help by hauling packs. realizes she's not very strong, I am going to use my ability, and I'm going to start telling a story of of the packs and our stuff as they start disappearing into a story.
Cool. So yeah, you
So use
start.
harmonious story to pop
Let's
our
get my
packs
rocks.
away.
Absolutely. You start telling the story of where you got the bags from, how long you've had them, and the fact that it'd be really convenient if they were just like not fucking everywhere right now, and they pack themselves away and just seem to pitter away into just the words itself.
And just looks at you as right. Which
I
direction is
also
east?
I also like go over to the like big corruption rocks, just kind of pull them up just by my arms, really.
I can put those in the story too.
They react to magic, remember?
Oh yeah. Know which way's east? With my face getting pounded into the dirt, so I'm a bit confused.
I look around.
You have a compass, remember? I gave you one.
Aldea has one.
No, Ode has mine. I brought you one. Remember, got it engraved and everything.
Ah, yes. Why isn't that in my? Oh, it is in my thing. It's right there. Okay.
It's in my pack. You
Pulled
just
out of
banished
pocket.
it,
So I
motherfucker.
I imagine the small things like that he would have kept on his person. To be
Fair
fair,
enough.
he takes it out and kind of points towards the east as he says, "That way, there was a purple glow when I roused out of surprise."
I
No idea
will
what you mean.
bring the ball of light down so it's like just hovering in my hand, like a little torch. Because I can't see shit in the dark.
Fair. So you slowly start approaching Eldea. Back to you.
Yes.
Effectively, the shape of a
thank you.
bird that sits on my
You
shoulder.
see this person's done this now with about 12 different crystal blobs, moving out and giving them a fairly wide berth from one another. And after they do so, you see they dismiss the rest of the corruption. The kind of like what was once solid in their arms now becomes a mist-like form, and she ushers it to settle upon the top of these areas. And once she does, she moves and casts, and you see a faint kind of like illusionary mist appear around. And you see the areas that were once covered in corruption slowly, the mist around it thickens, turns more viscous, seeps downwards like water almost, and slowly starts seeping into the soil. As she does this, you see in the distance a light appears. It seems to be getting slightly closer.
Has she noticed it?
She does look to it and note it. And with that, she starts drawing a few sigils on the floor. You don't particularly recognize.
Alright, okay. Well, does it look like she's noticed Aldea yet?
No, to your understanding, she hasn't noticed you at all. Merely the distant light slowly approaching.
Oh, I hope you guys are happy. She's going to give up learning for you. Aldea is going to start heading back towards the light. Now, curious what that light is.
Cool. You head towards the light,
Mm.
and after a few short moments, beneath it, you see both Asteran and Semibreathe.
Aura version.
Aura, sorry. And
Sorry, that's my fault. I didn't
Aura
change
seems to
the
be
image.
covering the light now, but it's still visible given
Wait,
how
that's
dark
Aura.
everything else is,
That's not right. That's not
Um,
right.
especially to those sensitive to it.
Hmm.
That's all right.
Yeah. Uh, there's a woman planting corruption, and she's seen your light. She's drawing sigils in the dirt. I wouldn't recommend you converse much closer.
Did
When
we
sigils in the dirt.
stop her?
Well,
What was the emergency?
bright purple and pink light in the east. That was interesting.
Right, cool.
S-
I ate dirt.
What?
I woke up face down in the dirt. I have a slight headache.
It's a good thing you have the paracetamol then.
Did you fall out of the cart?
I'm assuming so.
I believe you
Didn't
did,
realize
yes.
realize you were such a violent sleeper.
Um, should we go deal with this woman? She's corrupting the earth. That's bad, right?
I would say so.
Cool. I out the light.
Yep.
Lead us. Or more importantly,
Okay.
someone hold my hands because I can't see. I put my hand on Asteran's shoulder.
Forge onwards towards this woman, I think.
You head forward and come to this faint illusionary mist. There doesn't appear to be any sign of a person that you can see at very least.
Very quietly. So like kind of like throwing their voice so just these two can hear. Shield your eyes a second.
I do so.
I basically do a reverse clap and do that and expand the light out very quickly.
Yeah, you burn like about 3 or 4 mana as you basically make a
Oh, I don't have to do any mana for this.
Oh,
This
okay,
is,
innate.
innate.
Yeah, then you just do like a small magical flashbang, as it were.
Yeah. And I look to see if
No, you don't see anything else. You do realize that as you flash and look out, there's like several areas where the light doesn't permeate as hard. Almost like the mist there is thicker.
I came to look at it. I'll just quickly go. There's like bits of mist in front of us which the light didn't go through. I can start sending light towards them.
Do I sense anything in my tremor sense 50 feet around me?
Ooh. You don't sense any
Sound of Semi-Bree
person.
shitting
Not a
himself.
person at all. You sense what feels like small vibrations. These are the kind of things you'd expect to see from like trees or saplings that are growing in the ground. But you feel this coming from some of the areas with the thicker fog. From underneath the ground, there appears to be like a kind of growing or slow kind of movement from beneath. An undulation, if you will.
I'd say, I do not believe that she is here, but I can see what she has done. As I step forward, start going towards one of these sites.
Yep, the air here is thick. Are you just walking into it, or?
Is there any visible actual mist of Seether?
There is a mist nearby that's like a cloudy mist. Do you want to enter that?
Let me go first.
How dare you not do your sucky suck thing?
Well, yes, that's what I was going to go and do. I'm not sure. Yes, and we'll just head towards the mist and reach out to try and draw the corruption from it.
Mhm.
Possibly just for flair with a magical middle finger, just in case she's still watching.
Fantastic. You move forward into the mist itself. As you do, everything
I die.
outside the mist is no longer visible.
Of course it's not.
But the mist itself doesn't appear to have any innate ether in it.
Okay.
As you venture deeper, are you getting onto anybody's hands or anything else like that? At the moment, you cannot see them. As the moment you cross that line, everything outside is completely just white, stark white.
Before she heads any deeper, she will relay that then. Because she's not going to go full Jarvin. She's going to point out that she can't see anyone, but the mist doesn't seem to have Seether in it.
I stoop down and kind of pick up Althea, put her onto my shoulder again. As I'd say, I can keep a tab on you there.
Hmm.
I'd say, I think we should go in, but I can still feel the presence of people around me.
Oh, then yes, that would be useful.
Okay.
Looking to semi-breathe, I'd say, it is up to you whether you wish to go in. I can warn you when you get too far away from me.
Aura will take a tentative step forward.
Cool. As
Like
you
one hand kind of behind her, like towards Asteran, just to kind of see if there's a similar effect to her.
exactly the same effect. It's just stark white. As you look up to the sky, it's white. Look outside, it's white. This mist just makes everything outside look stark white.
Huh. Okay. We'll try and just steps back out of it a little bit. Does
Yep.
it return to normal?
Absolutely, and returns to normal.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's definitely when you pass that threshold.
It's likely there is an effect on the area of magically.
Is this the area I saw her write the sigils in, or is this where she planted the seeds?
This is where she planted the seeds and cast the mist
Cool.
effect.
Cool. Just double checking.
Sure.
This
If you want
is
to, you
where
can
I-
make a sense and discern magic, I believe, as a separate skill, so you can try and discern what this is.
Yes.
I would like to
Yep.
put my hands forward
Yes.
and touch the mist
Yep.
and use one of the uses of negate magic from the sigil that Zaranthian gave me.
The mist dissipates. You see there are several areas of this like slightly blackened purpley mist, but they seem completely separate from everything else that's gone on, and these like thick gel-like globules that appear to be on like patches of dirt and slowly seeping in.
Okay, I can't keep doing that. I've only got a certain amount of those, but at least we can look at this one.
Okay.
Well,
She warped the Seether into a gel and then into braces and then into gel again and then planted it. Using the residual gel to create a mist over the top layer. On the discern magic thingy, it was oh my god, my brain stopped. 18.
Okay, were you discerning the mist that was there prior?
Mm.
It appears to be a standard form illusion spell. Given the nature of it, you would imagine it's a optical illusion. It may also affect your travel sense and might make it so that you walk around in circles while you're in there and walk back out, kind of thing.
Nice. All right, cool. Relay that. I think that these globules are pure corruption. Well, gel. Do you know what? And she'll crouch down and she'll try and absorb one of these gel blobs
Just double check.
using
How many,
her
yep.
Mm.
How many uses of that do you get?
as much MP as I can pump into it. Basically, as much as I want to a degree.
Absolutely. So you're asking, how much MP is it per corruption? Does it state a exchange number or?
Let me have a look.
Sure.
Corruption does not affect you and instead becomes a cloak of mist. This mist increases your magic DC by 1 for every 5 points. Additionally, you can draw corruption from any source of it at a rate of 1 corruption for 10 points of mana spent.
Okay. So in this one area you're looking at, this specific like globule of mist, you notice there's about 3 corruption total.
Cool.
1 for the mist, 1 for the weird gelatinous thing, and 1 for the gelatinous part at the bottom. The seed, as it were.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Cool. Takes 30 mana to do, but you absorb it and congeal it back. As
Yeah.
again, another kind of echoed shadow-like cloak just appears over the top of you.
I have an idea that might help us. If you think she might be still within the vicinity.
Yes.
She's gonna start singing a song, and it's kind of like a strange, alluring, like what you'd expect, like us to sing. And as long as she can hear me, do a mentality versus performance check, and the action that I'm giving to her is to is a what's the word I'm looking for here?
Deal. So-
Attraction?
Attraction, like come here.
Yeah. A beckon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to make a whole
Yeah, make the rolls.
lung what's it to make it loud?
You can do if you want to make a whole breath check to bellow it as loud as possible.
Yeah, because I want her. I want to basically, but if she's moving away, I want to try.
Sure. Is it
capture her.
targeted or is it untargeted? Is it just anybody who can hear you?
It's a creature. I can choose a target as long as they can hear. So if I know I'm looking for a woman, is there anything more you can give me on it on her?
One face was covered. It was hard to see.
Did you get that?
I didn't hear all of what you said.
White hair, an eye patch. Her face was covered, so Elbea couldn't see.
Okay, that should be enough. I'm going to try and focus on that. And I will. Old. What's it called?
Breath.
Old air, wasn't it? Oh, breath. That's it.
Yeah.
Do I get it in this form? I have impeccable voice, so I have advantage. That's 13 plus 12, so 25
Okay.
on
And
the whole
your
breath.
performance check.
That's a grand total of 47.
You bellow out. You sing your song. And it echoes forth. There is seemingly no response. After
I'm gonna-
about... Sorry, no, carry on.
I'm going to keep singing it for a while because I don't know how far away and how fast she moves.
Yeah, absolutely. Asteran, how close are you to semi-breathe?
Moderately, like
Okay.
I don't know, about 10, 15 feet, maybe.
Leaving enough space for God, got it. So, you're 10, 15 feet away from semi-breathe. After about a minute or two, maybe, you feel someone approach semi-breathe. And just stand there. From your estimation, they're about 5 feet tall. you realize their gait and stature would suggest a lopsided body. Like possibly human, possibly elven. It's weird. It's like you have a fairly good idea of everybody's tremor movements. This feels human but off.
My favorite description of myself.
This is likely. As can I get a direction?
Yeah,
at
you know
least?
exactly where they are.
I point that way. We are likely dealing with a body malformed.
Yeah, semi-brief. He points like right in front of you and says that.
While I'm seeing, can I just make a light appear?
Yeah?
And I will just kind of like, I'll gesture to Asteran to basically, I make a birdie. I turn the light into a bird as I
Okay.
move it around the form that's in front of me.
There's no form in front of you.
Oh,
It's empty space. And as your bird flies around, there appears to be nothing there. Though at one point they do stop, and then have to like kind of readjust, stand on something, and then fly away. You get the distinct feeling whoever's there is invisible.
thank you.
Not gonna
The
say it.
wonderful.
Just gonna say your tremor sense came in clutch there.
Zereth,
Rethian.
Therethian, as I'm just going to lean forward till I feel something.
So you lean forward like this until you feel something. You feel something. It's firm and squishy and
Hi, no, I'm higher. I'm
Weird way
aura,
to
so
say hello.
I'm taller. So if, I'm going for a head probably because I'm like 8 foot tall.
okay, yeah, the size difference. Okay, so 8 foot tall, you go forward and you feel what feels to be like perhaps a shoulder, but it seems to be more like this.
Remove
Speak
effect.
to me.
What's that?
Don't you
Remove-
speak to me about size difference?
Okay. Remove effect.
Okay, so you're doing that from the innate thing that you got.
Yeah.
Cool. Again, form comes down. You see this person with the twisted grin. Mouth appears to be kind of like slit to the point where just above their cheek you see where their mouth
Effect.
starts
Add effect.
and come all the way down here.
Yep.
Their
Put it back.
face appears to be like tilted slightly, an eye appears to be further up. This eye appears to be like completely like gouged out. It appears to be like a black empty hole, which seems to have some like kind of band here. Like there's a slight kind of redness where they've evidently had an eye patch that they've taken off, either to aid with not revealing their position or for some other reason. There is like almost a black gaping abyss there. As you stare at it, it's not like an open wound. It's almost like in the socket where the eye should be, a little deeper, just beyond the gore, there sits a blackness that just slowly seeps out. Their form appears mangled, their shoulder disjointed, broken in several places. There doesn't seem to be just one joint, but several as it clicks up, clicks round, clicks down again. And their other shoulder appears to be fairly limp and down, making for a very odd form as she moves. Her chest seems to be normal. Bodice sits upon it quite happily, adorning what seems to be a very fine, very starkly white, pale, ghostly so form, as long, spindly legs that seem to be kind of again bent in odd fashions in several places, allows her to move in an odd gait. The weight and stance appears to be human, but when taken, you can see every part of their body contorting in crude and awkward ways to accommodate that desperate sense of being a little bit more human. They look to you.
It's just like there's a kind of like the face at first is just a hi, like full on, like the fangs are gonna be on show, you know, everything. It's just a
Before we go on, anybody with it, feel free to make corruption law, history law, etc. I don't think there is a tainted law. If there is a tainted law, you can feel free to roll that too.
fucking what law?
Painted.
What the... No, that's just a the fuck is this law?
The
Oh,
fuck?
I've got history.
Yep, that will certainly help you. Yeah.
What about
By the way-
curses?
No, this is not a curse.
No.
If
All right,
Uh,
then that's fine.
12.
Some may
I don't-
compare it to one, but it's not strictly speaking one. No, Blake, quick
Yep.
thing. Can mages freely exchange mana between each other?
Via the orb as like a conduit, yes. It's something that's learnt though, not innate.
Oh, so you can't even accept it without learning it.
Yeah.
Okay.
24.
I'm gonna have to teach you how to accept my mana.
Who,
That's what we're doing most nights anyway.
Now I know that's magic, but it's not quite the same.
Oh.
Oh dear God.
I see. 24 on corruption.
Fantastic.
I only got a 12 on history. So
On history. Okay. Semi-brief. Your idea of history, you have heard
Ew.
tales. You have seen brief flickers of the war from what you've gone through. You've heard some people were left in the Seether, the like kind of aftermath of demon invasions, that weren't killed or were killed or just died too slowly to not get affected by what was left. But of what happened to those people, no fucking clue. This one in front of you might be what was one of those things, but it could be any number of bullfuckeries that have happened. It could be a demon. It could be a nightmare creature. It is certainly the creature of your nightmares right now, and you hope to God it doesn't
oh
smile.
god, yeah, it is.
Aldea, corruption law. The stuff you were taught was a lot more in depth. The history of what happened. You know that there were some people who were left that were bathed in Seether. Some of them suffered mortal wounds, like having their entire intestines slit out, gushed upon the floor in front of them, and because of the corruption that seeped in to take place of the soul that was departing, that body never truly wasted. It stood there in stasis. The mind left unaddled, but with the soul corrupt, the body couldn't fall correctly. Wounded, but not destroyed. You know of other people whose body formed to become more demonic, as that seeped into their very flesh and being. You know some people who became twisted of the mind, going slowly more and more insane, addled, their mind being replaced by something else, something far more twisted. For each of these people, the conditions were different. Some drastically corrupted, others redeemably so. They were all tagged with the title of the corrupted race. They are a peoples who have been unduly wronged. Anything from human to elven to anything that managed to dip deep enough into the Seether to find itself twisted has suffered the same fate. Yes, this definitely looks like one of them.
On a scale of that's fucked up.
You know, Anna,
11.
They went through an entire playthrough, starting as one of these guys, living through an entire town of these people.
Oh,
That
poor Amir.
was the most fucked up RP I've ever done. Anyway,
Why? So, yeah. She's a member of the corrupted race.
you see them stand wordlessly. Are you still singing or have you stopped?
I've stopped. I'm just going. Hi.
The mouth on the side, she kind of looks to you. Admired my work, did you? I'm doing great work.
You need to stop what you're doing.
Oh,
It's kind of not okay.
why?
Just kind of. Asteran, you're really good at this bit.
Dale's already shuffling over to where she remembers one of the other seeds was put to slurp that one up.
Sorry.
Cool.
You should not be doing it because the times where the demons poured through this gate is a time that should be forgotten.
And me with it.
There were many who have already done so, and theirs was a mercy compared to what you exist as now.
And you would see me slain for my own mercy. How generous. Forgive me if I don't thank you.
I killed you yet? No. But you do not need to spread more corruption where you go.
Is this what this is? Corruption. You people called it saviors once. Though you joined us in time, didn't you? Broken people.
People took up what they needed to hoover up the seether that was currently afflicting the land. Doesn't mean that they wanted to keep it.
And what if it happens again?
It is
What will you
possible that
do?
might happen again, perhaps, but we are working to make sure that doesn't happen.
I hear things.
Maybe we should get you looked at by someone.
Would you like to look at me? She says, staring you in the face. That kind of hollow eye, just blackness slowly dripping into like a teardrop. Would you?
I'm looking at you now.
What things do you hear?
The door is knocking. And they will answer.
Say who?
King, I'm ready. I'm preparing for what's to come. And this is only the start. I hear so many other whispers.
You trying to aid their entrance.
No. They broke me. They twisted this. I know I'm not right. Feel it. A soul surrounded by a broken mind and a twisted body. Forced into this cage, a living hell of its twisted design. But if I'm here in this, there is something I can do. I can make sure when they break through, we have what we need.
Which is
gemstones, she says, gesturing to the gemstones that still, I imagine, Asteran has been lugging around as he's yet to go back to the cart.
Yeah, sure.
Tools to make the arse, Magi. That which can control, bind, weaponize the very air they exhale that twists the world around us.
There's other ways we can deal with these things. There are more.
Is there? Is there? I was there. Houses burned. Thousands died. Many men dropped like flies. I saw it my window. Many people dropping. Friend, lover, family. Every tree turned weird. Every stone alight with power. Every beast now a monster. I know weapons weren't enough. Iron wasn't strong enough. Steel wasn't strong enough. Copper was not strong enough. We needed to close the gate to buy time. But people have grown fat and dumb and hollow. So I prepare so that when the fat, dumb, hollow people hear the banging in my head, they can be ready with something that will help. And maybe afterwards they can deal with the other bangings, the bigger bangings.
Which very because they in a panic because they are getting freaked out, shrink down to semi-breathe and step behind Asteran and go,
Cool, you're behind Asteran now. Everything's immediately better.
no offense, Asteran. This woman is scaring the shit out of me. I don't know how to deal with these types of things. I deal with diplomats, not crazy people.
I'm
My-
only as crazy as I feel.
You feel pretty crazy. My lady, question, how did you do that thing with the stone?
Ah, well, people who were twisted of the soul found that they could feel Seether better. It responds, it thinks. It was the air. It's how to put Seether is life. Twisted life. It's stars, worlds crumble down into ash and breathe in. Tiny,
Alright.
small specks of thoughts, mind. Tiny little minds, but they can't think. They can't think themselves. They work like echoes. So when demons breathe in those echoes and make them violence, make them hate, make them pain, they become very, very strong. When people drink them in, not knowing what they're doing, not thinking straight, not working right, feeling particularly ailed, that seeps in, that echoes, that repeats, and then you're twisted for life.
I
So
see.
you reach in with a clear goal, clear mind, clear idea, and echoes and melds and shapes.
Hmm. That is very informative. Thank you. You said there was other bangings. As my friends have stated, we are out here to stop the banging.
There's
What
many
other bangings have you heard?
Can you not hear it? The bangings
No.
getting louder. Very well, nay. Life or existence we've known is being hammered on. Slowly knocking. And what we're staying on is slowly being chipped away. We lost the world gate. It's broken. We can't have any more. And soon everything will change and will snap. And we'll have to deal with everything that's been knocking.
Whether we want to or not. You have a good point.
Okay. So, Semi-Breathe starts. What kind of song are you muttering or singing in the background as you're hearing this?
Really just
Like a-
existential screaming?
Like just a quiet lullaby.
Okay.
It'd be a lullaby about a girl who can read stories without books.
A girl who can read stories without, what was that?
Without books.
Without books. Okay, I'm just trying. Where the fuck did I leave my phone? Yeah, fuck it. Okay. As you do that, you find there seems to be a tune that grows around you as you echo that forth. And you see, almost like before, in crayon, you see a tree. And from that tree, you see an apple drawn on. You see it kind of like the form of this picture zooms into this apple, and you see several seeds shown. And you see some of the seeds with happy faces on them drawn. Some get rubbed out, now drawn in with scribbles. Sad faces drawn. Some seeds you see get rubbed out, but like filled in weird ways. It's a jumble, to say the least. But you see one seed that seems to have a smile on its face. It zooms in a brief moment, and you see the gate you had just come from briefly. As it zooms out, you see a line drawn from that seed to another that's broken. And as you feel a quake, you see a sort of like light flow from one to the other, and that one seed becomes very unhappy. And then it zooms out further. You see the fruit sat on a tree, and from all the darkness that surrounds this tree, an outline is drawn in white, as you see thousands of hands grow from its darkness over this fruit, pulling, grabbing, snatching, hand over hand, desperately grasping, as you see finally the tree relents and the fruit is plucked. And then you see thousands of hands start slowly trying to grab at it, fingernails ripping, and each one, when the fingernails click down, you hear a bang. With another one, and each one it gets louder. You see the small fruit slowly being peeled to pieces.
Has everybody seen that?
Yes,
Okay.
and then it ends.
Well, that was illuminating.
Now you understand.
That is our end goal.
To have the world torn apart.
No, to stop it.
Stop the
No,
hands.
to stop them. If we can.
We'll need a lot more to stop them than what we have. But this, she gestures to the stuff that's growing, is start.
We'll defer to Asteran at this point because
It's
at the moment
definitely,
it's like, but she got a point, yo, but also poisoning Mama. So where do we go, man?
Ooh.
Didn't mean to make you cry.
Asteran, I can either absorb some more of what is here, or I can. I have claws. Congratulations to us both. I have. I
Sorry,
can.
that was so fucking.
Oh no, I understand. I can absorb here, or I can absorb at the gate. But I won't be able to do much more until I've had some rest.
Here is not as worth as much as at the gate.
Understood.
What damage that this one will do, causing these things to grow, is nothing compared to what will come through that gate.
You could use them to help drain the gate. You can stay the gate as long as you like. You can't stay the big knocking. That comes all too soon. And you have no gate to keep it out.
Forces that come from other worlds are trying to get through. Because the world gate is broken, there is no defense, as you're saying.
No, ish, somewhat. World gate broken, merely a symptom of far bigger problem. What gave the world power is slowly ending, and all worlds will only have what they have to push forwards. And we only have what we have to fight against what wants it. It's not enough as it is.
I don't intend to kill this one.
Understood.
Thus,
Semi-Bruce just like still standing behind you, kind of shaking a little bit.
have
There's
you
just-
informed anyone of what you're doing here?
I tried telling the guards, but they're dead.
Which guards?
The ones at the tower near the gate. When I heard the gate banging, I came. I tried to talk to them, but they were gone, and the well was filling. So I came here and started my work. so that we could have something to fight back.
Were they there when you two went before?
I went there and they were fine. I have not killed anyone yet. If they come through, I will do my best, but I have not killed anyone.
Behind Asteron. Do you want me to calm her slightly?
I'll be honest, what addles her you are unlikely to be able to calm, but you may try.
They'll attempt to do the words of influence again, but singing a kind of calming, just this, a song you would sing to like a baby to kind of hush them, and the word will be lucid.
Nice.
Yeah, command words are usually like orders on stuff, aren't they?
Or
Ooh.
personality trait.
Personality traits. Okay.
I believe it says. Let me get the thingy. Yeah, or give them a personality trait or remove one. So I'm going to try and give her lucidity as a personality trait. So she's a bit more lucid. Calmer in mind. Less
You
fucking
feel
broken.
you try and do that, and you feel something pushing against you. How hard are you going to push this?
I will push, like, let's see. It's cost me PP, doesn't it?
Yep.
I'll throw 50 at it.
Right. Okay.
She's got a lot of important information that we need to find out, but she's scary.
You feel and push and press and impose on the very personality and being of this person a magical essence of lucidity. You basically, how much is your max PP?
90.
90. You feel a firm pushback, almost like all that effort is going to be falling and failing away. You want to keep pushing it?
Push to 60.
You push further, pressing upon it. You feel like you're reaching into something that's been deep set into this person, and you feel this like kind of pushback again, as if there was something long set in. This isn't something that's happened today or recently. This is like trying to eat at the very core of a person at this point. Do you still want to push back as it's like trying to repel you?
Can I add something into this that might help?
You can try.
I would like to embody the tale and become my story form for this.
You want to embody the tale to become your story form.
It's called embody the tale. You
Yep.
assume this the story form, ignoring any non-magical damage and such. So if she's trying to force anything back, I'm hoping that by embodying the story, by embodying my story form, because that is what I am powerful in, that might be able to push it a bit more. If that makes sense.
Yeah, sure.
I'm trying to mix stuff together to see if it'll work, because this person's a lot of very crucial information, and if she was a little bit more calmer and lucid, we could probably get really good info out of her.
So, what was the amount you put in before?
60.
Okay.
This
You manifest
this one is
a like story
Yeah.
form as like you see briefly everybody who's looking as semi-brief starts like telling their own tale briefly, and kind of like going over that before telling them why they need them to be more conscientious. No, they can be and stuff. You see a brief image of Semi-Breathe and Aura, and then someone else, and someone else, and someone else, and someone else, and like a group of people, like mirror images or like hollow faces of people who have been there before echo back, and like all seem to be standing behind Semi-Breathe as they're embodying this story. I'm going to need
You want the wording for this sent to you?
more a case of there's still, after all that, seems to be some slight push. It seems to be desperately trying. Are you going to put anything further into it, or?
I will throw it up to 80, which is literally all I have left.
You push everything back, overcome it, and you feel the very words and story you're trying to put into this person and to enforce meet at the heart of the very thing that twisted this person's mind. And you feel it kind of react. It creates some form of reaction inside it. Eldea, you feel faintly the corruption in this person grow in their mind. It inflates. Semi-Breathe, you feel the very meaning of what that is in their head twists and focuses, almost like what was once a like lens that's been purposefully twisted to defocus an image has been twisted back and sort of locked into a place where that image will be always focused. This person has gained the trait of lucidity, and in doing so lost insanity as they kind of look around, startled and confused, and almost as if confusion sets upon their face, it resolves. What has happened? I feel weird. It's...
Ask your questions. You too.
I can't hear it so much anymore.
That's good. Definitely a good thing.
Fairly freely. And as soon as the tears start falling, you see again, face refocuses. Right. I'm still broken but different.
An interpretation.
Hmm?
Oh, that's one interpretation. Please tell us what you know.
I think I've
It will
told
help
you all
us.
I can. It's didn't make much sense at the time, but
Made some to me.
there's forces that encroach. If the world is an apple, they tear at its skin, seek its flesh. They are what doesn't exist, what can't exist, what can't be, that desperately seek to be so. What is here is real, is right, is supposed to be. Even the corruption, even the devils and demons, even everything beyond. In our little hole here, everything is supposed to be here. But what's out there is everything else. It's terrifying.
You understand how to use the crystals, Wade.
Somewhat. How I did it with an adult mind is a miracle, but I understand. Clarity of some kind must be there. Simple
You said-
things such as shifting its form from solid to liquid to gas. Simple enough. It takes but a simple thought, so long as you empty your head of all else before you dare touch it.
Understood. And this process, does it require us to expend our power, our energies, or
No.
fantastic?
But with each touch comes that risk. An errant thought through our head could lead to an irreversible folly. How much is
Understood.
there does certainly matter. And as I said before, clearly now, to reiterate, the gods were dead when I got there. Not like they'd listened to the words of a rambled, crazy, twisted person like me, but regardless, they were gone when I arrived.
I believe you. However, I will be honest, if other people see you here doing this work, they will not be as open to negotiations and talking as we are.
Then
If
I'll
you are going
happily
to continue
take
your
death.
garden. Understood.
I have lived far too long already.
You could help.
Hmm?
You have knowledge and understanding. Clearer knowledge and understanding now.
I have seen everything through the most twisted pathways of knowledge. Everything I've said to you is all I know, and that took me years upon years to construct in a manner that I can make sense of. Corruption grows with mana, power of other sorts as well. I think it's because the world that it comes from is made of similar stuff from the world that this one is. All power comes from somewhere, all that somewhere is the worlds, and all those worlds draw from the sun, which will eventually die. The sun pulled from the tree that we're now separated from. Separated from the tree, we no longer have a world gate. The worlds beneath the tree are gone, out of our grasp. It's foolish to think in any simple terms. Only a madman can understand it properly, but I can't particularly help you any further. I can do this, grow them through magic, through a seed, through mist, applied magic, make it thicker, make it morsome, coax the stone into a crystal. You have yourself something stronger, something you can work with to make the Ars Magus, the demon slaying tool.
Yes, but I'm also aware that they came with a cost.
Yeah. Think the wrong thought.
Hmm.
It's a lot harder, a lot more slow, I think, in truth. It works like it always does. An errant thought here becomes an imprint on it. An Arch Magus is stable, sure. How many times can you fight without thinking about killing? If you think about killing, how many times during that fight are you going to think about something else? Moving to the right, moving to the left, slashing here, slashing there. Those imprints reach a certain point and they become on you. They echo every time you open that book, every time you swing that blade. It's unstable, but if you give something a clear purpose, only use it for that purpose. Only utilize it in the moment where you have a clear mind. Perhaps you can get a lot done. Or perhaps you'll end up like the demons did, singular-minded, impassioned, emboldened, brutal, raw.
Understood. It has given me an idea at least. Don't die. Right. I'm just
Yes, microphone.
I'm tired. I need to rest if I'm going to suck up the corruption tomorrow. I'm just going to flutter up to Asteron's shoulder, in between the rock. Go to sleep.
At this point, the sun's probably slowly coming up.
Exactly. Awful day. Awful.
Is there anything we can do for you? Food? Water?
I would like ale, but I don't suppose it would be particularly pertinent. I don't think it will have a hold on me anymore.
We've got port.
I don't think you understand. I don't know what your friend did, but I can't feel the same way I used to. I felt immediately horrified when I looked at myself, but just as quickly it just... The moment I started to worry, I started to fret, it was taken away from me. I don't think I could drink either.
At that point, Xenobreve looks absolutely horrified with what they've just done.
Perfect lucidity at all times. Awful.
I think I need time to think. I'll finish this work and move on. Thank you for trying to help me.
I'm sorry.
You have nothing to be sorry for. I can't hear the pounding anymore. I'm no longer fighting for every thought. But it's hard knowing that I'm this in my right mind. But that's not your doing.
Like,
Mm.
oh, sorry, my lungs are trying to come out my throat. It's horrible. Trying to take the corruption from her, would Eldaea know that would probably just kill her outright?
From what you understand, this is like you try and take the corruption from her is like trying to take something that's fused to somebody's bones.
Fair. Not even gonna bother then.
Yeah, you could probably do it. Whether they'd live or not is beyond your knowledge. They'd most certainly not be the same.
Cool.
There'll be kind of a relax as the story form would probably end at this point,
Sure.
because I think it's only meant to last like a scene, effectively, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, while I go and get some cough mixture, Aldea's napping between Spiteful Rock and Hot Spiteful Guy. You two can have a conversation.
I think with that, as you depart to rejoin yourself with Stompy, who's currently lying unconscious in the middle of a road that nobody takes, we'll end it there. So, if anybody's watching this in post, thank you very much for coming. I hope you enjoyed